Welcome to the Lines of Arun. We hope you enjoy the content that we're putting up, and if you do, if you could please hit that like and subscribe button and share it with your friends. Enjoy the show.
Welcome to another episode of the Lions of Arun. We are currently looking like we only got one player. Trust me, there's more. I just got them in the back in chains. Hey, I'm here to break you. That's my job. Anyway, if you like what the shenanigans that we're doing around here, please hit that like, subscribe, and share it if you would ever be so kind. Just to give you a quick background, we are a group of friends that got together at our local gaming shop called Lionhearts Games. We started about 2.5 years ago and have been running ever since. If you are in the market for anything game related and are in the area, check out Lionheart Games, as you'll find D&D, minis, Warhammer 40k, Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, and Magic cards, not to mention a whole variety of board games. Now, for a quick little recap, the players who you don't see on the board right now, they happen to be tucked away in an isolation chamber away from the studio audience. From last week, they found out that there is a lot of secrets that many of them hold. Two of them found out that they were sisters. And after finding that out, there was also attacks on one of the players' families, as one of her brothers was killed. But mysteriously absent from all of this happened to be our friend that we'll be introducing to you to tonight. So, Yaga. we promise he's not on crack anymore. So, you're just getting used to being in your room. It actually is quite pleasant. You feel even the faintest breeze coming through, and there's the smell of morning dew and a fresh spring day. Other than that, what are you doing?
Yes, I'd be sitting up, leaning back against like the whatever. I think it's a bed that we have. I think we have beds right in this room.
Yep.
Okay, so I guess I'd be like leaning back against the headboard and just, I guess just holding my like deer skull mask in my hand, just kind of just staring at it.
Okay. As you're sitting there, you don't even know how much time you've been in the room at this point. Would you roll me a perception?
12.
You get the faintest smell, some sort of flowery perfume drifting, seems from out in the hallway into your room.
At that point, I will slide on the mask and I'll stand up and kind of just walk slowly towards the door and see if the scent gets stronger as I walk towards the door.
It does.
Okay. I'm gonna roll for perception to see if there's any footsteps.
Okay.
17.
You don't hear any footsteps, which is sort of odd. You do hear you think you hear a door close further on down the hallway. As a matter of fact, you pretty much can ascertain that's the way that you came in. So it could be somebody coming in or somebody just left.
At that point, I'm gonna roll for stealth, and I'm gonna attempt to walk out of the room.
All right. You think you are being really stealthy at this point.
Of course I am.
Nobody's going to see.
And I slowly walk out of the room, slowly close it so it doesn't make too big of a sound. And I'm gonna walk slowly towards where the door was. That I
Okay.
closed.
You start walking towards that towards the door. You now look up to where you saw the dragons earlier in the evening when you came in, and all the perches are vacant at this moment.
Great. They've all left the birdhouse.
Oh, no. I just went back to where they're supposed to be.
Okay, and then I'm gonna look around and see who said that.
You look around, you don't notice anybody, and then you feel tug. I'm down here, dear.
And who are you?
Oh, Regina. I'm actually one of the attendants here. I was wondering, is there anything possible that I can do for you, or is there a reason you're up and about already?
Yes. I guess I'll follow your question with another question. Have you got caught the strangest whiff of a certain flower-like scent at all?
Oh, as a matter of fact, I did. But sort of weird. Never smelled it before.
Well,
It seems like there's a little bit of juniper in that as well.
yes. I also heard a door close not too far away. I was kind of trying to see what the whole commotion was about and see if it was the source of this scent.
Well, you've been the only one who's been up and about for the last 20 minutes. Everybody else has went to sleep, and as far as I know, the inn downstairs is cleared out as well, except for the big Minotaur fella. He's still there.
May I go investigate if that's okay with you?
Oh, very well. Oh, one question though. Do you know how to get back here if you need to?
I'm guessing it's something to do with the mark or something that was left on me.
Oh, yes. You need a mark in order to get into one of the safe houses. I mean, this clutch is very much the first stage of it. But when you leave here, we will not be here when you get back.
And where would you be?
Well, wherever they decide to send us, I guess.
Wonderful.
But if you're looking for a safe house when you get back, just remember to look for a human-sized claw on a door. It's almost dragon-like, I suppose you'd say, considering all the things that lie around in this place.
Got it. Well, I'll be on the lookout then. Thank you for the assistance on that.
Oh, you're welcome. Oh, I don't know. Did they tell you the other thing?
What other things?
Well, the mother, she'll be able to get a hold of you when she needs to. And vice versa. If she's able to respond, she will. And because it's her, she had to have 2 little powers on it, so you'll be able to heal yourself once a day as well. And it could come in handy down the road. You never know.
No, that's a nice little perk.
Yes. Oh, the other thing. Did you find your room to your liking? Is it
It's fine. I mean, it's nicer than I've had recently.
Wonderful. I'm hoping you like the little hints of the dew on the ground and the scent of the morning. I'm trying to make it as much pleasant for the operatives as we can.
Yeah, I mean, as for me, I had no complaints. I can't speak for anyone else, but as for me, I had no problems.
Oh, wonderful. Oh, one other thing. She pulls out this little card. I have to give these out randomly. You understand it. Helps me keep my job. But if you enjoyed your what you experienced, if you could just write it down on this little comment card and I don't know Regina's. That's all.
I'll do my best to write a thorough comment.
Oh, thank you very much. I'll go and tidy up your room while you're gone. It should be you. Somebody come back. You found it. Shit. Ready for you? Is there anything I can put in there for you?
Guess not really. I can that I can think of other than. Guess if you find any well fragranted mushrooms that aren't poisonous, that'd be great.
Oh, well, considering it is morning, you have a pleasant morning.
You as well.
Good day, sir.
And once I start walking out of the door, I'm gonna like get let out just like this large, like relieved sigh because I'm still because she's still very new to a lot of people.
All right. As you walk out the door, you do see that the nightlight is still very dim in here because people are sleeping in their individual rooms, and you can hear some rattling going on down by the bar.
I'm gonna start walking towards the door that I heard close.
You're already out it.
Oh, already out it. I'm gonna start walking towards the rattling then.
Okay. Maybe one last perception before you go out.
Natural 20.
As you turn around, you see the door slowly melt back into the wall, and it's now a solid brick wall there. There is no longer a third story.
I'm gonna walk up to it and kind of just feel around it a bit, see like how solid this can be. Like if it's just like as long as it doesn't make like I'm trying to see if it's playing tricks on me. I guess
It is a solid brick wall.
Well, then at that point, I'm gonna go back from whence I came, and I'm gonna actually no, I'm gonna stay there. I'm gonna roll for investigation.
All right.
One.
Yeah, you don't.
Yeah. At that point, I just go back to from whence I came. So
You
back
can't.
up. Oh, huh?
That door's gone.
Oh shit! I thought you meant on the way in, not the way
No.
out. At that point, then I'm just gonna keep walking forward. Then at that point, my bad.
Okay, as you keep on going down towards what you're hearing downstairs, you do find who you found out is Nova's brother. He's down there, but he's also got another man in a black cloak talking to him as well.
Okay, I'm gonna cast. How far am I away from you? How far away am I?
You're at the top of the stairs, and the bar is further into the bottom, but you got enough to where you can see the two of them, but they haven't noticed you yet.
I'm gonna cast invisibility on myself.
Okay.
And I'm gonna. Can I do one more stealth check? Or no, I can't.
Yes, you can.
Okay. Natural 20.
All right. This time you managed to go stealthy.
Okay. So I'm slowly going down the stairs.
All right.
And I'm gonna stop. Wait, like how far are they from like the foot of the stairs?
I'd say about a good 6-7 feet away.
Okay, I'm gonna stop at the. I'm gonna like. So you know, like when you get down, like there's just like the wall and everything, right? I'm just gonna like walk forward enough to where I'm like leaning back against the wall so I can listen.
Okay. And as you're listening, you hear, I do not understand why this is happening. But we need to get to your mother and to the rest and make sure that they're all right.
Hmm. Should I get Nova as well?
No, she's going to go on her trials, and she has friends that can help with that. Or does she? He turns and he looks right in your direction.
I am literally silent. I am the wind. If I am the one, I am Drax when I am eating chips. They can't see me.
He starts walking towards you. Don't worry, I'm not here to harm you. I perhaps need some help. You are willing?
And I get out of invisibility.
There you are. And as you get a good look at him, he has on this one whole side of his face, he's got. It's not a tattoo. It looks more like makeup, but it's that of a whole bunch of thorns, and there's right above the eye is a rose, and it's a purple rose.
Very decorative tattoo.
Just as decorative as my son's. And he looks at his son and Minotaur goes, "I'm the one that you have."
I show mine.
Briar, council, work together. That's why we can see one another.
Interesting. I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of having a heart attack the moment you looked at my way for a second.
The only thing that let me know that you were there was the map. Otherwise, good job. Somebody that I would have loved to have used. Those various jobs.
I guess, but in a way, this mark seems like a hindrance if someone were to go rogue against everyone else.
This is true, but it'd be very easy because each one of our marks become individually stylized to itself. Thus mine. Oh, how rude of me. My name is Dane. And I need to get to my family as quickly as possible.
What's going on with your family?
Well, somebody arrived here earlier today. I thought for sure I was seeing something down that alleyway, but unfortunately, I think that was a precursor to the things that have been going on. Some of my children have already been attacked in other cities. The twins in Geminon, they were attacked earlier today. They should be beating me soon. Hopefully they're all right. And then my son in Koresh has also been under attack.
Seems very specific that whoever is doing this is going after your family.
So come I need to get to them as quickly as possible. Figured if I could throw them off the track for a while and lead them away, but still, they know where my other sons and daughters are. They probably know where I live, in which case, time is of the essence.
I can understand that.
Okay.
And you're asking me for help?
Well, you're here for the trials, one way or the other, are you not? Consider your trial beginning.
Oh, glorious. Well, if that's the case, then where do I start?
Well, at home, I'd imagine. Shall we?
Sure.
And with that, him, the Minotaur, and you head out the door. As you get out the door, roll me one perception. 11. You manage to just see somebody dart over the top of the roof.
I saw something. Someone's on the roof.
Wonderful. The two of you hurry home. Let's see what I can do.
Are you sure? I can stick by you and protect you if you need.
I'm sure you could, but my family needs you more than I. And with that, you watch as he grabs one of the window ledges on the inn and launches himself up. You swear he must be part monkey with as fast as he gets up. And he starts darting off across. That's sort of unique that way. Shall we?
Yeah, sure, yeah.
As you're rushing down the alleyway, you make a couple of really quick turns, and this Minotaur you think should be winded by now. It seems like he has been running for a bit, and he's just straight up.
Well, since I noticed that, I'm like, you're the first Minotaur I've ever seen to, how do I put it? Not slow down after a while.
I had bloody breakfast. And as he says that, he turns back to you, doesn't even notice as there's a bunch of crates and stuff. He just plows through them like there were nothing there. Whoops.
It's fine as long as I'm sure no one needed those anyway. Maybe not. I don't know.
There's home.
Where?
And he points off to this one doorway, and you see the doorway, and there's two of them. Mine's there. That's there.
Okay. So we're going in yours or his?
His. You've got to wake mother and the rest of the children up.
All right. I'll follow your lead then.
He goes in and opens up the door. You hear him yell for his mother. You see this elven woman with blonde hair, but sort of older for an elf because she's already starting to show white streaks in her hair. And she goes and starts talking to him and roll a perception again.
12.
You're not sure if they're speaking Minotaur, Elven, Dwarf. You're not really sure, but it's sort of a double split tongue type conversation.
I'm saying Druidic, and I thought my language was weird.
And the female turned, of course it's weird. That's why we use it. Anyway, I'll get the rest of the children awake. Are you sure there's a safe house? Yes. The mother told me I can create one this time. Very well. Pick the alleyway. And you see her hurry upstairs. As she hurries upstairs, you see a lot of small children, maybe about, say, 6 small children. You also see that there are some older children, maybe late teens, early 20s that are still living here too, and they're grabbing armor and weapons and things of this nature.
Do you need me to? I go up to her and you're like, do you need me to carry one of them to make things go faster or no?
Oh, wonderful. And she hands you a little half elf, elven female, only about 4 months old. Patricia.
She's very nice. I haven't held a child before, but
She's fine.
it's convenient. I'll try not to drop her.
If you drop her, she'll bounce.
It's not normal.
It's a joke.
Oh, well.
Hurry.
Yep. I'm just gonna start going.
You go out. Minotaur goes down another alley, and you see him move his hand, and you see that symbol that you were told to look for up here. All right, everyone, hurry in.
All right, now I hurry in.
All right, you hurry in, and as you get in, and he gets the 6 that you guys have brought with you, you then start hearing some sort of fight.
Who's all with me right now?
Right now, there's you see that attendant that you had just met. She said, "Oh, hello. Oh, thank you. I'll take care of this."
You do that. I gotta go and help with that.
All right.
Wait, how did you get here?
Told you wouldn't get back when you last were. And we'd see one another again.
Yeah, you did. I just didn't anticipate it this quickly. Yeah, you. I have a dumb idea. I was gonna do insight check, but as a bot, it probably a bad idea.
Go ahead.
Okay. Proficiency 14.
What did you want to insight?
I don't know. It just like for some reason, like it just seemed off that she got there that quick. I guess it just be like I'd be like, is she like intending to help or is she not intending to help?
She is helping, and as you actually look, this is the same hallway you met her in.
Okay.
So you're back at the first clutch with the children, and
Okay.
she's bringing them to safety.
Okay. Sorry, I just my brain was just like this seems weird.
yeah, it's supposed to.
But okay, yeah. I run back out to go help with the fighting.
Okay.
What do I see when I get over there?
And when you get out there, you do see that there are several men in really dark armor. Faces are all covered, but the one symbol that you see is sort of like a star with a fist in the center.
Well, I guess you guys don't want to share your faces too much now, don't you?
The Minotaur goes, "That's because they're assassins."
Ah. See.
So I get you to roll me a net.
Oh boy. 17.
As three of them approach you,
Mm-hmm.
you get to go first, by the way.
Brady.
Yeah, Brady. Sure. Just give me a second. I gotta find that stat block I had. There we are. All right. You go first.
All right. How are they positioned?
Right now they're sort of staggered. There's one lunging at you. There's one in the back. You also see that the other children are actually the ones that can fight are fighting, but there are a couple of them that they are loading into a cart.
Okay. Children are loading children in the cart.
No.
Oh, men are loading children in the cart.
Yeah.
Oh. How far away are they?
They look like they might be 15 feet away. Because you are coming out of that alley.
Yeah.
To the house.
And the people who are lunging at me are, I'm guessing, really close.
Yes.
Okay. How spaced are the two in front of me?
As far as
like position wise, or like because they are like one behind, one front. Like how spaced?
okay, so you got the one charging you, and then you have one back here,
Okay.
and one here.
Okay. I'm gonna do Thunder Wave.
All right.
On all three of them.
All right.
I think I roll for that.
Yes, you do.
Okay.
And it's mainly damage, I believe.
Yeah.
They get a save.
18 to hit, and I'm gonna look it up quick. I never know the spells a lot of the time.
Yeah, and spells are it's usually a lot. That's why I asked you guys about them.
So, okay. So you make a con save. They all make a con save. If failed, they take 2d8 thunder damage and are pushed 10 feet away. And on a successful save, they take half and they aren't pushed.
Okay, so none of them saved.
So they're taking 2d8 plus 2d8 get thunder damage.
All right.
8 damage.
All right.
For all three of them.
Yep.
With that,
And
I think that's all I can do.
And the three of them get pushed back
10 feet.
10 feet, and they end up landing on their backs.
But prone.
Yep.
Okay. Got it.
So they'll be spending 1 round getting up, so that would be their turn.
Okay.
You still have movement, by the way.
I'm gonna. How far away are they plus from the cart?
You actually push them closer to the cart.
Okay, cool. So I'm gonna start moving. I'm gonna move forward to the point where I'm kind of like the same distance I was from from my original position.
Mm-hmm.
So like I'll walk up forward and to the point where they were like the same distance before the hand.
All right,
for me.
so they are now trying to get back up.
Yep.
Your turn.
Got it. That point, or use 2 spell slots for that. Got my circle stuff. Could do the same spell again, but that's probably funny. Look up this one quick. Okay. This one. I'm new to spells. I'm always new to spells. Why your spells have to be weird?
Because creepy occult mage bullshit.
It is. Okay. So at that point, I guess I'm just gonna do Thunderwave again.
All right.
So that's my third. So that's my third first level spell slot. 14.
You get advantage because they're still in the process
Oh,
of
that's right.
standing.
That is a 22.
And that would hit.
All right. Does that auto crit?
That would not auto crit.
Oh, shish. Okay. That's not a D8. This is a D8. 11. And then knock back 10 feet.
And this time they go past into the wall of the house.
Okay.
When the first one hits, you see like a little 4-year-old human girl come running out. You hear Laura, and the Minotaur starts running towards her, and she's taken off down an alley.
Shit, by a guy?
No,
Oh.
she's just out of there.
Okay.
Meanwhile, you're still having all these attackers taking the children and throwing them into this cart. As a matter of fact, one of them you just watch just get clocked in the back of the head as this child starts to go down. They're not being gentle at all with these kids. They're manhandling and
Okay.
throwing them in.
Okay. At that point, is it my turn again or no?
Yep.
Okay. I'm how far away from the cart?
Did you move further up?
Oh, I'm gonna move further up, obviously.
Okay, you are like within 4 feet of the
4 feet. I'm gonna. How many kids are in the cart?
It looks like there might be 5 in there right now, and they're struggling to get a 6th.
Is there how many? Is there any enemies at the cart?
Yes.
How many?
There's let me see. There's a driver, 2 people on the top of the cart, and 3 people on the back trying to get this one female in.
Jesus Christ. Oh, 20-foot square. Okay, cool. I'm gonna. How big is that? How far is this cart? Is it within 20 feet? Is it like a small cart?
No, this is a rather large cart.
How many feet long?
I would say maybe about 10 feet long.
Okay,
5 feet wide.
that's fine. I'm gonna use my last spell slot for a first level. And I'm gonna go entangle. To try and entangle all the enemies at the cart to restrain them.
Okay.
At that point, you need to make. You must see a strength saving throw.
Which is the DCO?
DC is a 14.
Okay.
Shit. Did you roll for all of them?
Yep. One group.
Oh, boy. Are they restrained or not?
They are not restrained.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, one of them turns and looks at you. Oh dear. One of the nature.
You could say that.
He walks up, and you watch him take one finger, strike the one that they're trying to get with the one finger, and she just. And they throw her in.
You know,
Are you one of his?
one of his. I don't really know what you're talking about.
One of his bastards.
You know, not really. I don't know. I really don't know, and nor do I care.
Wonderful. The rest of you, get this cart out of here just as soon as I subdue this one.
I'm just gonna be like that. Just like that would be my reaction. Like,
And it is your go.
out of 4. I'm out of spell slots for first level. I do have second levels though. How far away is he from me?
He's in melee.
He's in melee.
Yeah.
He's in melee range.
Yep.
That gives me a couple ideas. All right, it's going to be set up, but if it works, it works. I am gonna cast a second level spell.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast blindness and deafen, and choose blinding. I'm gonna look at. I'm choosing him. You have to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
Does he make it?
No, he did not.
Okay. If he failed, he is blinded, and at the end of each of his turns, he can make a con saving throw, and if he succeeds, he no longer blinded.
Okay.
And that's my action. Is the cart still there?
It looks like they just are getting ready to close the door and move it off.
I'm gonna. I can't do two-handed. I'm gonna just like run up, kick, but no, I can't do that. I guess I'm gonna run up to where the driver is.
Okay.
And now I have to be where my turn ends because I can't do anything else.
All right. So the guy that you blinded comes right behind you.
Are you fucking kidding me? He can see while he's blinded?
Yes.
Okay, that's fire.
So AC 19.
So first off, when he gets 10 feet of me, he does take D4 necrotic because I have Halo of Spores as a feat for through my circle.
Okay.
So he takes
Did you activate that?
It's just when you move into my space.
Don't you have to activate that? Because you might be doing that to allies as well. Then.
I guess yeah. I mean, how do I activate? I'm new to this, so.
So you would have to tell me that you had that up before.
Okay, okay. That makes sense, I guess. But it says okay. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So does the first one hit?
19 hits.
How about?
It does not need to be active. It's when an enemy enters.
Just an enemy? Okay. Well, then I guess he does.
Okay.
Roll damage.
Okay. Okay, so but he doesn't make a con save.
Okay. Nat 20.
Damn, I rolled a 4.
All right.
Okay, that 19 hits.
So if the 19 hits, how about a 17?
Both hit.
All right. So 2 hits. First one is stunning strike.
Do I make a save?
Yes, you do.
What save?
Con.
Con? Okay. 18.
That will make it. And fists are 1d6.
Okay.
So you take 10 points of damage from the first hit.
Okay.
And the next one. You take another 5.
Okay.
How are you feeling?
I'm upright.
Wonderful.
I'm a little wobbly, but I'm upright.
Now he's still going to do flurry of blows. 19, 18, and a 16.
Yeah, they all hit.
Stunning strike.
1, I get stunned.
You get stunned. We won't go through the rest of the damage. As you tighten up, his guards grab you and throw you into the cart as well. And he walks up to you, takes off his hood and the mask, and you see this elderly looking elf. Oh, looks like another wonderful turn of events. Don't worry about the rest of them. Find the father, kill him. And he jumps up onto the cart, very agile. And you guys are heading out of town.
Great. Shit.
And with that, we're going to take a short break.
Hi, I'm Izzy, and I play Nova. She is a amethyst gem dragonborn, so she's got very purple skin. It's more of a dark purple with hints of light lavender. It's very shiny, and she is about 6 foot and 6 inches, so definitely way on the tall side. She's got clothing that's kind of red with some little bit pieces of gold throughout it, along with some silvers to kind of help accent. And then she's got a really big hammer. I think it's a war hammer that she's got that she tugs along. She's got some white hair that she's got braided down the back, and pretty good purple horns that kind of come up, going back similar to a gazelle. I have been in with this group. I met them back in August last year, so I've been playing with them for about a year now. And I just had stumbled upon them at Lionheart one day while they were playing on a Saturday, and it was very chaotic. James was DMing, and they were going through this crazy funhouse maze sort of thing, screwing with them and everything. And it intrigued me, and I came back 2 weeks later and just started playing and have been ever since. It's been a lot of fun. I really thoroughly enjoy it.
Hi, I'm James. I actually run this chaos, or better known as our game. I pretty much play everybody that you guys have not been introduced to. Why? Because I'm a glutton for punishment. About 2.5 years ago, I walked into Lionheart Games and asked them if they were running a game. And unfortunately, during the sickness that shall not be named, we ended up saying, no, we're not running them currently. I said, well, could I start one? And put up a sign up, and actually, it's 2.5 years later, and we're now on to the second step of this process of finding some decent players who like to do the role playing and the shenanigans that I will throw them through because I'm that kind of a DM. And here we are. When it comes down to it, we just hope that people actually enjoy what we're doing and realize that this is a group of friends who have become very close over the last 2.5 years. Thank you for watching. And we're back. So, you brought up the rest of the crew, as Yaga is currently indisposed. And again, if you like what we are doing, please hit that like, subscribe. What the hell? Turn on notifications too. That would be great. But I am going to ask the players that are here to give me a recap.
Oh,
what
no.
you remember.
Huh.
This is how we normally do it. I don't give recaps. I have my players see if they're paying attention.
And
I
we
didn't die. That counts.
That
we
does count.
didn't die.
We hate it. We hate it every single time.
Well, stuff
We were
happened.
told about our trials.
Well, we were first up in our rooms. We met our maid, Regina,
Yeah, well, separately. but yeah.
separately. And then we got together. On our way leaving, you found out how to find our way back to the like dragon safe house thing.
Oh, yeah.
Where
with
you have
the
to find the
sign. Yeah.
human claw
Human
on-
claw. Yeah.
on buildings. As we had exited, we met Braylon.
Uh-huh. Braylon. Braylon Allah.
That should be like you tried to sell.
Family friend of mine.
That really has the hots for Nova.
Let's go for it, girl. Okay. I will. And talked to him for a little bit. And then we were told about our
Went downstairs.
your and my trial. And they take along.
Yes, they're not technically doing the trials, they're just tagging along, helping us instead.
Yeah, and then oopsies.
We talked. We got our trial information from. Oopsie. How do you say the name?
Which one?
Gilliandon.
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 Yes. And they told us that we had to go to the abandoned city Bordeman, to kind of investigate all that stuff. I had received word from Marion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Marion, that Talus was missing. My brother,
Yep.
my older brother, which is very odd. He never misses things. Doesn't miss his job or any of that.
I feel the anger rising.
Tension is coming on. And so, before we had headed off for our trials,
You found out what was in the sausages.
No, that's right.
not my kitty. There was a little purr.
That one wasn't cooked.
It
was a little raw.
Stopped by my house.
Whoa. To look for Talus.
Yep. Which Talus's house was right next door as well. So I looked through both. Nobody there. All of a sudden, we had 4 people just surround on the top with arrows on the roof. And first we found like the symbol on the house.
My grandfather's symbol.
What was the symbol?
It was a star.
Did you
Yeah.
have a fist in it? too,
Yeah, it was
Sam?
a fist with a star in it. Right?
Yep.
Yeah.
I think I forgot to write that down.
Yeah, that's my grandfather's symbol. He kidnapped
My whole family.
all of Nova's
My
family.
siblings. And killed Talus. Lara, though.
Lyra.
No.
Lara.
Lara! I thought you were
Lara.
I hate you. I hate that you did this. I hate it. I was like, no, that's not my name.
My little sister Laura did not get captured. She was hiding in the basement. She
She's
came
a
up.
dope ass bitch.
Hey. Yeah. Swear jar. Good job.
Oh, by the way, put one in for me.
What?
For earlier.
Yeah, that's 1 to how many?
Shut up.
She brought us over to Talus in the alleyway, found out he was dead. And then
I laughed. I went on my own little thing.
that's right. You did.
How'd that turn out for you?
Almost lost my hand. So I went to the Fuzzy Pickle, correct?
Yep.
Yes. Went to the Fuzzy Pickle and
Thanks again for that name. Dean.
Yeah. And I was trying to figure out where the thorn was because I needed to get to my grandfather's house, or we needed to get there, but I was trying to get there early with pre-information. Oh no, wait, no, we were trying to find Dane. We were trying to find Dane and where he was, and then it turned into a how do we get there because Dane had already left to go after the family, and we're like, well, he's gonna die. So yeah, I was trying to pay them, and then they didn't like it, so they just took my pouch, and then they threatened to chop my hand off, right?
Just your pinky.
Just the pink.
Just-
That's right,
just the
just the pinky. Chop my pinky off,
I
and then
stopped it.
you guys walked in and you stopped it, and then
Almost didn't.
and then he gave you the pouch of 1,000 gold.
Oh
and said
yeah,
it was
yeah.
from
I had money
your
from
father,
my father.
and I currently have no money.
Woo!
And just to let you know, they were only going to chop off the tip.
Oh, I didn't care.
I was just making reference to the other perverts that were in the room.
Rope.
That's the tip. Oh god.
Just the northern tip.
Not the southern tip, the northern tip.
So,
yeah,
with that being said, I think we're pretty much
Oh, wait, no.
close.
we got to
No.
Garen brought us to a safe house.
Yep.
Where we went through a portal to get to Koresh.
Yep.
The continent.
Yep.
Where we met a Lupin.
Yeah. A husky.
Truff. We met right away, got some information from him. He's helping us get our way more into the continent where we need to go, which is Eastern.
Yes,
That's
Eastern
where you're
is the
from.
continent. Yes.
Not
Eastern
that-
Or
is-
Eastern
That's
is the city.
Koresh
Yes.
is the continent.
Yeah. Sorry.
And we figured that Bordeman is 5 days north from there, so that works out good.
Yep. So we're gonna
So we're riding in a carriage.
that's being flown by elephant-looking things.
Elephants with wings.
Yeah.
Which figured out that their species name was Elfador.
Elfador.
the Elfadors.
Okay, that's where
that's all I got.
we're sitting on like opposite ends of the
Yep.
carriage.
Yeah.
Yeah,
same.
you're pretty much
far
hanging
away from her.
outside.
Yeah. Just like I'm not here. I'm not here.
Okay, and with that, we've loaded up onto the cart and are getting ready to load her. Is there anything anybody wants to do before we get moving?
I am back in my state of not talking unless Nova says I can talk
Probably good.
because I've lost.
How long is this
That
trip
mission.
again? We're 3 weeks out. You said.
3 weeks, but actually, why don't you ask the driver?
He's a chihuahua.
Disney driver.
Yeah.
How long is this trip gonna take?
You know, it'll take a little bit of time.
I hate you.
But there's a possibility that we can get there a lot quicker if we manage to feed the Elfador a little bit more food. But he pretty much grazes on the tops of the trees as we go.
So
Oh! Are you ready?
yes,
Get in first.
we gotta get in first.
Are we not?
Are we
already
already?
in?
I thought we
We're
already
in.
were.
I don't know.
We're going.
We were already in. You just
I don't know.
Yeah, we're going.
Well,
we're already in the carriage.
yeah, but I don't know where the driver is. Is he outside like
He's
a normal carriage?
Yeah,
or is
he's
he
outside like
of
a normal carriage.
Okay,
So he's like sitting outside on the front.
Yeah.
so we'd
okay.
have to stick our heads out.
Well, I
Like a
mean,
dog.
there's probably
Like
a
a
window that I was looking through.
Like a limo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but something.
So like at least an hour
For what?
for the trip.
You need to go where?
Eastern.
Oh, yeah, we'll get there. And you feel the elephants go to a slow lurch on the ground. Roll me a con.
Who?
Me?
Yeah, you.
I like it. New die. New die. Who dis?
Not one.
Oh, that was almost a 2.
It was almost a 2, but it's a 14.
14. Just as soon as you feel that lurch,
Vomit.
your stomach
Yeah.
does a flip,
Oh.
and you are feeling messed up, intoxicated again.
That's right.
I'm still gonna be like, my eyes are gonna be a little wide, but I'm still gonna be like, I'm still like almost dead by Nova, so I'm just gonna sit here and be quiet, not throw up.
How big is it inside the carriage?
It's pretty roomy, actually. It looks like you could fit at least another 6-7 people in here comfortably.
Just like,
Do I kind of notice that?
can I try and like stealthily hide it? Oh,
Get her through a window.
13. You notice that she's gone a little white for a second, but other than that, she seems perfectly normal.
I'll hang on to her feet and dangle her out the window so she can puke.
Psionic mind. You feeling it again? Insight. Dang it! That's a 10.
That's a 22.
No, she seems like she's telling you the truth. She's, perfectly fine.
All right.
You hear the reins again. The elephant starts jerking the cart a little bit faster.
You don't seem fine
Mhm.
now.
Just keep going. We're good. It's just get there fast.
You know this is in your mind, right?
Have I been talking out loud this entire time?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah!
I'm sorry. I won't talk anymore.
Oh no, it's fine. If you know any songs, sing those too. And now you hear the wings.
During this carriage ride, I want to start doing a ritual to have a weapon bond with my warhammer.
All right.
It takes an hour.
Yeah, you're gonna have plenty of time.
Cool.
Yeah.
Kind of figured. I just wanted to make sure.
Did we ever get an answer as to how long this was going to take?
No.
No, he was very all over the place. Could take really long. Could be really short.
How long has it been since we rested?
You guys basically feel like you had a full night.
Recently?
Yes, recently.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. What is in this carriage besides seats and companions?
Full investigation.
I'm thinking no. Yeah, it's an 8.
As you're looking around, you're thinking, "Damn, this thing's really, really clean. No shinies, no dirt, not even a speck of grass."
I go look out the window. I'm getting bored.
You look out the window, and as you look out the window, you see that the cart is starting to arch up into the sky.
Do the windows have like a glass or they open?
They're open.
I stick my head out like a dog.
Cute.
But
What are you doing?
enjoying the view.
Okay.
As you're talking to him, you see a tree branch.
Oh, how was that view?
I can take it.
Ooh.
Okay. Where are you going? 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 Oh,
Eastern.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Okay. Is that west?
Oh. Did we get a map?
It's east, right?
Well, it's
Yeah,
the
it is
name.
east.
Yeah,
That's
it's
the
east.
name of it.
No,
That
but
doesn't mean
it is east. I
No,
would
but,
know.
like,
I would know.
Okay.
That's fine. Like that's why my character's like looking at you like
Well, that's like a guy with
it's
one.
east.
Oh, okay, fine. He starts turning. Oh no, east. And then turns the other.
Can I roll like?
I have no control over this, so I'm just watching.
Can I like roll a survival to make sure we're going the right way? Can I also
Disadvantage.
disadvantage? Yeah.
Because you're drunk.
Nope.
Ooh, that is an 18.
Ooh, that's so good. Well, then don't see. 14. With disadvantage, that's pretty good.
Yeah, that is pretty good, but you think you're going west, but you know you're going the right way.
Okay, we're good. He's going the right way. He is.
Is there a problem with you two? Oda.
Yes.
Seems you should perhaps want to work together.
At the moment, I don't want to be near her. That's why I'm way over here. Eventually, we will have to work it through, but right now I am very angry and want to chop off her head.
You see him slink back and go sit next to Ood, going, I'll make sure you don't fall out the window.
Okay, grab my ankles.
He just looks like, whatever. Then he grabs your ankles.
I lean a little further out.
So, as who else is going to be looking out the window?
I guess after
Well,
I
puking out
finish
the
up
window
with
doesn't
the...
I'm
count
not
as looking out the
puking.
window.
I'm not puking. When I finish up with my weapon bonding, I'll start like looking out the window.
All right. So, at the end of that hour, please make me a disadvantage.
Oh. Oh, bummer. Are you sure disadvantage?
Yes.
Okay. 7?
7. You realize how intoxicated you must have been at this point. Because when you're looking out the window,
Mhm.
you know the trees are coming this way, but it looks like they're going this way.
Oh no.
Okay, I'm gonna stop looking out the window because I'm pretty sure that's gonna just make me more nauseous.
All right.
I'm gonna like sit down and just sit.
As
and just
for
stare.
the two of you, please make me a perception.
Just sit and stare.
Just
Two of us, as in.
Yep.
Us two.
Yeah,
Looking out.
she's messed up. Her eyesight's gone at this point.
That is a dirty 20.
14.
You don't seem to notice anything other than the tree line. Some birds flying by every once in a while. You see that there's definitely civilization here because you see chimney smoke coming from certain areas. You, on the other hand, you see that there is a couple of clearings that you pass by, and it looks like there's different campsites and stuff. You also see a couple more of these elephants down roaming around, and you also see a couple of them that are flying a little bit higher.
Do we know the driver's name?
I don't remember getting one. I don't even know if we even asked. So probably not.
I'll peek over at the front window and be like, hey, what's your name?
Huh?
Your name.
Uh-huh.
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 That's your name? Uh-huh.
No.
What is your name then?
Uh-huh.
Oh god.
I don't know if it matters.
Truff? Is Truff in the carriage with us? Go.
You maybe spell it?
Huh?
What did you say?
Fishes. Spell it?
Spell it. Can you spell it?
IT.
What? How do you spell your name?
With an alphabet.
Yes. What are the letters?
A, B.
I know the letters of the alphabet.
Oh, okay.
What are the letters that are used for your name?
Yes.
I get bored with this conversation, start sharpening my axes.
It's gonna be a long ride.
Maybe.
Angie, I want you to roll me your intelligence.
Disadvantage?
Nope.
Oh, cool.
Because you're drunk, you might actually understand them.
I don't think she does.
His name is your name.
I'm not gonna say it.
Okay.
I'm just gonna sit here and like acknowledge that I know it, but still just like stare.
Drunken giggle.
Yeah, just like.
Yeah, just like that.
What are you giggling at?
Check that. You actually get pulled back into the window a little bit.
Ota slides the other side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How's the breeze? You see, like, you're pushed back a little.
Your hair, yeah, your hair.
What hair?
You don't have hair.
I never said it had hair.
It's the other dwarf that got the explosion.
Yeah.
True.
So as you guys are traveling on, you he goes, all right, break time.
Break time.
Elvin's gotta go.
Oh.
You ever have an elfin turd hit you in the head as you're from 100 miles up?
No?
Yeah, nobody likes it.
Gotcha. Okay.
I mean, it comes out in a nice, great big coat, but it's like a
I don't need any details. We're good. We're good.
I mean, I've
Thank
seen
you,
I've
though.
seen one go through the roof of a house.
Oh, God. I might want to change up where my room is.
That poor kid has nightmares to this day.
I bet. I would too. Yeah. You stop so that you can go.
Yeah.
Mhm.
As you guys are traveling on, it's about another hour and you start making a landing.
I thought it was an hour to get there.
No.
Oh,
You guys are 3 weeks out. And if you think of
I thought I heard somebody say it was an hour to get there earlier. Okay.
No,
No,
he's just
we're
been kind of going by hours.
I got you. Okay. My bad.
so, as you guys land, you notice that there's a couple other normal carriages with horses and stuff like that here. It seems to be like a rest stop.
What do the other carriages look like? Am I still at disadvantage?
Oh yeah.
I want to look at the carriages too.
Two little dice.
I'm gonna look for shiny.
Okay.
Ooh, this is impeccable. I rolled 2 6s. So perception, I'm still pretty good at. So 11.
11. You notice that there are a couple of carriages from Koresh, which is really close to the capital city.
Okay, and the capital city is
Koresh.
Koresh.
You're on
Koresh.
good.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
And what city did you say they were from?
Koresh.
Korea. There we go.
And roll me your investigation too.
Yeah, mine was a 23.
So as you're looking around, you do notice, because of your schooling and stuff that your family has given you, you do know that these are possibly 2 royal carriages that are here.
And I'm looking for shinies.
Oh no!
You also notice that there are some trades carriages as well. As you're looking around for shinies, what did you roll?
Not very good. 13.
13. You managed to find a rock that looks really like it's ivory.
A rock.
A rock that looks like it's ivory in the center.
Is the royal carriages, are there any like markings on there?
You do see that there is like on one of them, the more predominant one, there is a crest, and the crest looks like it has some sort of wolf on it.
Is that the Korea?
Yeah, it's one of them.
Okay, but that's like the Korea symbol.
It's like the Koreshian kingdom. So.
Okay.
I don't see any symbol from what was on my house.
On your house, no.
I'm gonna like get out of the carriage and just kind of like stumble down the stairs, catch myself, and then just like lean against the carriage and get some fresh air.
Wonderful. Make me a con.
Still at disadvantage?
Yes.
I'm never gonna be able to get not drunk if I'm still at disadvantage.
Sorry.
Don't take that drink next time. Ooh.
Do you see?
She rolled a 20 and a 1.
You
Oh my god.
you get out to the fresh air and you remember when Grease said that you're gonna turn 3 shades of green and it's gonna come out the top and the bottom?
Oh no!
You're running. You're
Making
you're
the
you're
trail.
you're running at a stagger to the bushes.
Oh, there she goes. Grease was right.
If you know what I mean. I warned you. I warned you.
Oh boy.
She gonna be okay?
Yeah, she had a really strong drink last night.
Oh.
The effects last to the next day. Hangover, or even still suddenly being drunk again.
Oh, she had a sideways.
Why is this known?
Quite that name, but yeah.
What other name is a sideways?
I didn't write the name.
I think he called it.
Was
a
it a
sideways.
sideways?
Yeah.
I thought it was something else.
No, he called it
There's a
sideways.
lot. It's a lot, but the last part of that name is.
Oh,
It was like I
right,
think like
that's
the
right.
flavor determines
Yeah,
the first part of
that's
the name,
true.
and then it's sideways.
It was a sideways. Yeah. Yeah, I can handle them.
Yeah.
She can't, obviously.
Hey, with my luck, I'll just purge everything out of my body, and I won't be drunk anymore.
Yeah. How's that going for you so far?
How's that been working out so far?
Is it working?
Well, we'll see. So, what else do you want to do while your friend's off in the bushes?
I kind of want to investigate those royal carriages and get a little closer.
You.
I'm looking for shiny stuff.
All right. So you both can roll me another investigation.
Seven.
You beat 9.
Oh my god!
You're starting to get disappointed. You haven't found anything yet.
Starting to get frustrated.
You get up to the carriage. You really don't notice anything. Roll me a percent.
Oh no!
Oh no.
Not a percent.
They usually don't work out good for them.
Hey, no. Sometimes
Yes.
Occasionally.
I'm trying to think of like a really good, memorable time at work.
I think there was one time I had a 97 and you had a 93 or something.
Yeah, I just don't remember the effects. What happened?
59.
Above average.
As you're sitting there investigating, all of a sudden you're looking down and you see this boot right behind you.
Just the boot, or is there something?
You that's all she sees at the moment.
Just the boot. It just lands.
I'll kind of peek, turn around and be like, hi.
Oh my god, it is new. And this dwarf grabs you and hugs you. Photo! It's Nova, she's here! What? And you see this other dwarf come running from the other side and smacks into you guys. Oh, we were so worried. Father told us what happened.
Oh!
Other siblings. I'm
Are
guessing?
these the twins?
Yes.
These are the twins. This is the twins.
Yeah.
They're okay.
Hi.
Oh, well, I mean, he's still pretty much the same as he always is. I doesn't talk much unless he got a nail in front of him.
Who is with him?
It's one's a girl, one's a boy.
No, they're both.
No, they're both.
Oh, they're
twin
both.
sisters.
Oh, they're both sisters. Oh boy, one of them needs to lay off the smokes.
Father tell you everything,
What?
including Talus?
What happened to Talus?
Yep.
Yeah, put it in.
That one was well placed though.
Talus is dead.
Oh dear.
If I'm wandering back at this point, I'm just gonna turn right back around and wander back into the boat.
You're far enough away to where if you wander back to the cart, you had no idea what's going on.
Right. Just checking.
He's gone.
Last we heard from Father, most of the kids got away, but some of them did get.
Lara's okay. She's back at she's over at the Fuzzy Pickle right now. They're watching over her. Ophelia is with her.
Majority of the smaller ones are all right as well. Mother did get away.
She did?
Yes.
Okay, good.
It's just the others that got taken.
I'm very worried because it seems that the family that took all of them are very vicious.
Just like standing against the carriage, like.
Well, that's why Father sent for us. He also sent for, I ride a dragon. We're still waiting to see if Loomis can make it.
Loomis?
Yes, your brother who works for Eldine.
Yeah, you knew that. Yeah. Yeah, you knew that. We
Hey,
all knew that.
18. I got a lot of names that are
Do I
coming your way.
give you my list? The Loomis. I'm Michael.
Yep. Yeah. He's not there. Sorry.
Well, okay,
So replace that with Loomis?
No, Michael's still there.
Oh.
So he's number 9?
He's gonna be number 9?
Sure.
Loomis?
Cool. Pretty young to be working for Aldine.
He's an elf.
Ah.
Cool. Loomis. Alright.
You
A Loomis.
A Loomis?
Yep.
It's like an A.
Alright. Yes, a Loomis.
It's almost like you had a sideways before you got here.
I had 2 last night.
Oh, slowing down, are we?
I know it. I decided to lay off of it a little bit because Red Mother showed up.
Oh. Well, probably a good idea.
Yeah. My other friend, not friend, she decided to try sideways, and that's her over leaning against the carriage.
Oh.
And she only had 1.
I don't even think I finished it.
Nope.
Well, I guess you'll learn her lesson next time. Roll me another con at disadvantage.
2 different dice. Go. Ooh, oh, is that 18? 12? Oh!
You might be out of it, maybe.
14. You're like, oh, no, hold back. And off of the No.
We warned you about this one.
Meanwhile, did you roll another investigation?
I'm looking for the Biffy right now.
You're following her.
All right. I take my war axe, swing it, hit it into the tree to lodge it, bend over the handle, and drop it.
All right.
Lovely. I'm probably throwing up, so I don't notice.
I'm an urchin. I grew up in the city. Shit doesn't matter.
Yeah, no, I'm probably just throwing up in a bush, so you're good.
So, do you know exactly where we're going?
Eastern.
Oh, crap.
Mm-hmm.
You know the old bastard that runs that place?
Investigation? Or intelligence, sorry.
No, okay.
Intelligence history.
mind.
You didn't really tell me.
You didn't really tell him anything about you.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, let's put it this way. He runs an organization much like the Briar. But his is much, much worse.
Mm.
The Briar at least does some things that are respectable.
Mm-hmm.
He does not. They called themselves the Purging Hand.
Purging hand.
I don't even think his family knows everything that he does. You know, he has a granddaughter.
I do.
He
Wait,
thinks-
no. I haven't I haven't.
You said you're from Eastern and you're noble.
That doesn't mean anything.
Would I be able to put two and two together with my intelligence of a +3?
Roll me it again.
I never said my grandfather was the head of an evil.
Well,
you
would
might
you
not.
even
Well,
know?
I don't
know.
know. Your
So
family's the
then
one
you
that
wouldn't have
stole
known.
my
So you couldn't
family.
have told her.
Well, it doesn't mean that the people that stole your family and the leader of Eastern are the same.
The assassins told us that it was under your grandfather, though.
Yeah, it doesn't mean
Yeah, I understand what she's saying.
okay.
17.
17. You're thinking that whoever runs that city is obviously noble, but as far as the correlation between that individual and her, you can't make 100%.
Okay. Okay. I'm like kind of thinking it could
Yeah.
be, but I'm
Yeah.
not
Yep.
for sure. Okay. He has a granddaughter. Would hate to be her.
Well, from what I understand, she's led pretty much a life where she's locked up all the time. Nobody even knows what happened to her mother.
Oh. So her mother's missing as well?
If I remember correctly, I've heard rumors that she gave birth. The last anybody seen of her.
Really? Huh. That's not very good. That kind of sucks.
Sucks quite a bit, actually.
Mhm.
Anyway, how do you get here? So said portal, but
I point over to the flying elephant.
oh crap!
Yeah, we're riding that. It's been interesting.
Shit missiles from the sky are not interesting.
Wait,
It's just a traumatized kid.
No. I bet throw me a chip in. I said,
Oh.
I said it's weird.
You know what the missile, poop missile?
Sometimes accidents happen, and we've been here for like 40 years now.
True.
I mean, tell you the truth, we're really close to Gemini. If you want to go there,
Gemini.
well, we've been staying. Do you not read our letters, girl?
I do.
You don't lie.
Holy crap! You have no idea, do you?
I've been busy training, and then the Red Mother kept having me go over to help with her son.
Oh yes. Well, I mean, it does happen. Never mind. I understand. So, why don't we get into these carts that are much more comfortable, and we can get back over to Gemini. We're actually not that far away. Maybe about 4 hours.
Let me check with everybody that I'm with.
Oh, all right. Fine.
Because
I'll have
we're-
you ride to our sister, and this is how she is. This is how she is.
No, I really appreciate it, but we're. I was hoping to catch up to Father.
Well, if you're gonna run into Father, you're gonna run into him there first. Sort of.
Yeah. Give me 1 sec.
All right.
I run back over to our carriage area. At this point, I'm just sitting on the ground with my head between my knees.
Hey, guys. So, my twin sisters are here.
You have twin sisters.
Yes.
Where?
Yes. The two dwarfs over there. That's
Oh.
Raylan and Kaylin.
I couldn't tell with the beards.
Yeah. The beards kind of help hide that they're girls. Anyway, they live over in Gemina and invited us.
Oh, you twit! It's Gemini, not Gemini.
Sorry.
She never reads anything.
It's Gemini. Sorry.
How you feeling?
Oh my god, again!
A 20 and a 1?
Yes!
You look up at her just as she says, "How are you feeling?" You're seeing these white spots. And you want to run back into there, but you don't think you can because your bottom's sore and your throat's sore.
That's not good.
But on the plus side, the first time you threw up, it was real easy with the pancakes.
Oh no, the pancakes! Forgot about the pancakes.
Do we want to keep going with this ride or go with my sisters?
Which one's faster?
I'm assuming the flying elephant's gonna be faster because their carriage is just
They're just horses?
Yep.
Okay.
Just for clarification, we're going to your task or to find your family?
Families first, and then
I
because
thought the task was along the way.
task was
the task is
after.
farther away.
Yeah.
So we're like
Oh.
down
So like
here.
we would
I
stay
thought
up
it was the
other way.
here
Task
and
is
then
up
go
here.
to the task,
Okay.
to the trial.
Okay, it's on the way. Let's go.
Is
We should probably stick with ours.
yeah, I don't know how far off track that's gonna get.
Ask the driver.
It's just faster. Would I know?
You, yeah.
Wow. Disadvantage.
No.
Oh, it's
No.
almost a 20.
Nope.
18?
Nope.
18?
18. With the 18, you go, well, Gemini is actually pretty close. You can split the difference between the two places very easily.
Okay. Yeah. But I still think we should stick with ours. It's faster. They can come
You'd roll
here.
the investigation.
It's about
Not a good day for rolls for
it's
me.
about the same distance.
That
Is it
was
still like kind of along the way
18.
to
Yeah.
18.
Eastern?
Yeah.
As you are looking,
But ours is faster.
you notice another carriage come in.
Okay.
And that is where we're going to take one more break for the
Oh man. Hi, my name is Angie. I played Lyra. She is a half elf, 32-ish years old. She's about 5'7". She has like light lavender eyes, tan skin, and black hair with like white stripes in it. She wears pretty standard clothing. She's a monk, so she doesn't wear armor. She wears just a lot of like looser fitting, kind of like jogger-esque clothes. And let's see, I started playing probably a year and a half ago-ish. My fiance Justin, who's recording will come on later. He started playing at Lionheart before I did. Then he would always come home, tell me everything about it. I had wanted to join D&D back up again. So eventually we got into James's Saturday game, and it was just absolute madness and chaos, and I loved it. So since then I've been playing here and with everybody, and it's been the best times of my life.
I'm Todd Adams. I currently play Yaga Horn Raven in this campaign. She is a 6'2" human female with medium length brown hair, green eyes. She usually wears not floral, like kind of like fungal like clothing with leather armor underneath. Usually her clothing is the shades of oranges and reds, and occasionally black. She, for the most part, is very emotionally driven when it comes to what she does. When it comes to her actions and everything. So that's kind of fun, I guess. As for me and my experience in with the group, I usually worked at the card shop, and I was usually was on shift when James did his original campaign on Saturdays, and after a while, I was able to join it when I was able to get Saturdays off. So that was like 2 years ago, I believe. So I've been around for a little bit. Overall, it's been pretty fun. Other than that, I guess I'll see how much longer the ride goes. I guess when it comes to playing. So that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Before we get on to the last bit, we are going to plug one of our media.
Media.
You have your own YouTube channel. I would like you to.
Oh, okay. If you guys want to ever check out Yu-Gi-Oh! Duels or Deco Files or just random discussions, check out Dino Academy. It's my channel, so yay.
Also, we have Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter,
Twitch.
Instagram.
Twitch.
Are we gonna
Eventually, we're gonna be on Twitch.
So once we get all of our technical issues taken care of, we will be streaming live to Twitch and YouTube.
Yeah.
So yeah, everything is Lines of a Rune. So pretty easy to find.
And I want to shout out our friends again down at Lionheart Games who got this twisted group of individuals together. So if you are in the area and you want to check out one of the best game shops in town, they even serve food.
What's the area?
Well, the area is central Minnesota.
Yeah, St. Cloud White Park.
So swing on down. Tell them that the Lions of Barud sent you. Look for your Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, Magic the Gathering, D&D, Warhammer 40K, Pathfinder,
and board games.
Tons of board games.
She loves. I mean,
don't judge me.
Hey,
some
I
of those
got
are
that at
Justin.
home too.
Some of those are Justin.
I have that same bookcase and it's full of books and games.
Oh my God. I hate all of it, but I love it.
see what we put up with. Anyway, let's get back into it. So, you did see this other cart pull up, and there are 4 leather armored individuals on this cart. It looks like the back of the door is locked from what you can see, but you can't see what's inside.
Oh, I just wrote
You know who they are?
Who? I'm gonna look up.
looking.
Do I know who they are?
Roll your intelligence. You have
I have to roll my intelligence?
yes.
Oh, I thought it was a 1. It's not a 1.
Maybe you should use bigger dice.
11. Advantage?
Yeah, use a 1 die 20, so 1 die.
Yeah, I'm gonna give
20
you advantage
for
on this one. Yes.
New die. 14.
Nothing rolling.
No! Except for my
Those are new
natural
dice, ladies and gentlemen.
Except for my natural 20s that have been paired with natural 1s.
Well, I say that you got enough of your faculties back that you recognize one of the people on the cart.
Is it?
You recognize this individual as Gallon.
Gallon.
He is one of your grandfather's lower tier men. He's also the one that you sent.
Oh,
Thomas.
that's right. Do we get along?
You paid him.
Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. Okay. Gallon. I'm gonna be like, yep, I do, and then I'm gonna like put my hood up and go back into the cart.
You do?
Shh. Just get in the car. Get in the car. Get in the car right now.
I walk over to them.
No.
I mean, I need to go tell
Hi.
my sisters we're gonna
No,
go to.
You got any shinies?
Get in the car.
Who are you, boy?
Get in the car.
You'd.
You'd.
Grab a friend.
Yes, sir.
I'm sorry, we do not have any shinies, and if we did, it was because we'd be looking for them ourselves.
He said yes, sir.
Oh.
Did you see the name
Alright.
Gallon?
Who's in the cart?
And that's none of your business.
Can I make it my business?
As you say that, the two guards that were on the back step down. Advise you not to make it your business.
Dude,
Why not?
we gotta go.
Because
It's just that this conversation is getting interesting.
Oh god.
you don't need to know what all business is.
Oh. Really?
It's not that kind of no. It's not a good no.
What's your problem?
I don't have a problem.
You obviously do. We didn't answer your business and we didn't bother you.
You,
on.
We come walking up.
come here. I'm gonna like try and pick him up like a little kid.
Come
here.
No. I go
What
from
are you
small
doing?
to large.
soon
This
as
to
As
this.
soon as you go to large, the two that walked up to you step back and our hands on their swords.
Okay.
Hold on.
I don't want to.
The driver looks and goes, huh?
Maybe.
Are you still drunk?
What is the possibility that you're here? Your grandfather sent you away, I heard.
I left on my own. Thank you very much.
Yep, it's you.
Fuck.
Tell your friends to just back away from the car.
What's in it?
It's okay. That's not how this works. Okay. Just leave
They're
it alone.
being shady.
Just leave it alone, and let's just get out of here and continue.
Yaga. You,
Just
you and the children that are in here, you hear muffled talking
Okay.
coming from outside.
Do I know what Gallon does for
can
my
I-
father?
Can I move?
They didn't tell you.
I'm gonna stand up. It's like trying to like lean my head towards the wall and trying to see if I hear anything.
Okay. Gallon is somebody that is actually into procurements for your grandfather.
Do I have any idea of like, maybe, I don't know, her family's in the back of that cart?
That would nothing that would indicate that. No.
Okay. Gallon, I'm sorry. We will leave you alone. We're just about to leave, so we won't be any more trouble.
I want to knock on the door.
Who's there?
Who's that?
What? No.
What was that?
Okay, that's not how this works. We just leave it alone.
That is again none of your business.
Nova.
Nova?
No.
Yeah, you know Nova,
Yeah.
Lyra, Yude.
That's just it, though. Roll your intelligence.
Okay.
16.
You do hear familiar voices.
Well, and Gallon also
Nova?
said my name.
Listen,
Nova.
do I hear that?
21.
You does hear it.
It's Yaga! Yaga's in the cart!
You do hear it.
You let
I
Yaga
know
out!
who that is. That is.
Okay,
our
hold
friend
on. Just stop. Hold on. Stop.
I heard my
Stop. Hold on. Hold on. Why do you have our friend?
I was hired by your grandfather to bring this cup to Eastern. What's inside, I do not know. I have not looked.
Who knows? Who of these people knows?
As far as I know, all three of them. I had no clue.
Who are the three guards? Do I recognize them?
No.
Fuck.
I'd start walking towards the cart now that I didn't hear Yaga in there.
I'm triggering my psionic mind because I don't have to see them; they just have to be within 30 feet.
Right.
And I am going to be thinking of Yaga and trying to talk to Yaga in her mind.
Yep.
Yaga, you're in the cart, right?
No. Felt like I was just in this
Okay.
very small cart just for shiz
I
and
don't-
gigs.
I don't need your sarcasm right now, okay? Is there any? Is it just you in the
I
cart?
said shiz. I didn't swear. I said shiz. Don't put pay for me.
Shiz or she is?
Shiz. I said shiz and gigs. I didn't swear.
Listen, okay.
Wow. That's appropriate.
Is it just you in the cart?
No,
There's others?
there's others in the cart. I was trying to save everyone from making sure they're not in the cart. But as I was trying to save them, I got stunned and thrown in here.
Are there kids?
Yes, there are kids.
Those are probably some of my siblings.
No, was there one of your siblings that ran out of a wall?
Yeah.
You probably don't know that.
I wouldn't know that, but that kind of sounds like one of them.
You're welcome, I guess.
Thanks. Are you guys like tied up or anything?
I can walk around just fine. The other ones, yeah.
They are not tied either. They seem to be to you. They seem to be a little beaten up from getting captured.
They're kind of shaken and bruised up, but they're not tied up.
Okay. And the door's locked?
Well, yes, but I've already used a lot of my magic already, so I'm not going to be able to get it unstuck or
Alright.
unlocked.
We are gonna try our best to get all of you guys out.
Well, make sure not to like blow up the cart because I don't know. I've already taken a lot of I've already gotten beat up a good bit already. I do not want to die.
We're not. We won't have
The
you
one
die.
sitting next to the guard.
Right.
Would I have any idea?
I've been hanging tight, literally the entire time.
Would I have any idea if there's like
person of a flat.
like if how
If
pleased
I
my
let you.
grandfather would be if I came back to him in shackles or anything like that?
You wouldn't make it back into the city.
Like, what does that mean? I'm too.
You would be taken to wherever they're taking them.
Yeah. So he wants me. No. He doesn't want me locked up.
He just wants you dead.
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay.
So there's
Fuck.
just the one dude and two guards.
3 yards.
There's
Three
four
Three
guards.
guards
And him.
and a driver who she knows.
Okay.
I'm walking towards the cart because I've heard Yaga in there. And I want Yaga out of there.
And as you approach the cart, the other two guards pull out their swords.
Yep. I activate my rune.
All right.
Okay, I'm gonna go up to Galland and be like, Galland.
Guess what?
Too late. Conversation's over.
We're in the nets.
Do I get her knit roll or no? I don't.
Not unless it gets you out.
Okay, but I wanted to do all of this while they were talking.
Okay.
Fair.
Fair.
That's fair.
I was gonna go up to Galland and be like, Galland, what the hell?
And he looks at you and he has like this perplexed. I have no fucking clue what's going on right now. Roll me your intelligence on him.
Scared of all my dice. Scared of all my dice. Oh,
It's not one, ladies
Nope.
and gentlemen.
9.
I'll give you advantage.
Scared of all my dice.
I'm a good DM.
There we go. 16.
16. With that, you do know that he's a very honest man.
Uh-huh.
He works for your grandfather to support his family.
Yeah.
So if there was some sort of shenanigans going on, he does not know.
And be like, Galland, look, I can see this not ending well. Can you get the keys? And I kind of like nod my head over to the guard that has the keys in case he didn't know. at all.
Awaken mind. You should know that symbol by now.
Gotta go like this.
Ah, yes. It's my bunny. I didn't know he could cross planes.
Shut up.
I can't help you. I wish I could. Surely you know I do. I can't.
Do you think they would make a trade
For what?
for me?
Yeah, your grandfather wants you dead.
I
There is
know.
no trade.
The trade is my father. I'm not here. I know.
If we get Dane, will they be okay?
No. I know how your grandfather operates.
If we get Dane to him before you get to the prison.
No. You were sheltered from many things that your grandfather did.
What are you talking about?
When was the last time you seen your mother?
When was the last time I've seen my mother?
You think maybe when you were 4.
Been a while.
He sold her.
Wait. Wait, what?
He sold her to one of the other noble houses.
Wait, focus. Liars. Oh my god. Which one?
No.
You don't know. How do you not know?
I wasn't there when it happened.
Well, who was?
It was amazing that anybody who was no longer breathing.
Are there any records at all? Do you know?
I only heard it in passing between him and his wife.
His wife?
Your grandmother?
Oh, yeah. So she knows?
Yes.
Forgot she was a thing.
Yeah.
She knows where she is.
I don't know if she knows where she is, but she does know that he sold her. That's how I know.
I'd like to think that her reaction was not very pleased.
Do you not know about your grandmother either, child?
About her.
And as you're asking that, Nova conversation with Yaga ends, and we're in a nits.
Or how close is everyone to a
Now,
Close enough to be in melee.
You roll.
Okay, every one of them needs to make a wisdom save right now.
Ooh.
Or be charmed.
even us?
No.
Them.
Oh, I was like,
Nice.
It's like Neil.
That's a stone room going on.
What do they have to make?
They have to make a 13, considering the level we're at. It's understandable.
I think they all fail.
All but the driver.
They are now in a dreamy stupor. They have a speed of 0.
Oh.
And they are incapacitated for 1 minute.
All right.
Okay, so fuck initiative. Oh,
Oh, I'm going to the carriage.
You go to the carriage. What's his name goes?
I don't need the keys. I got my axe.
thank you. Okay. Thank you.
Do me one favor.
Yeah.
Knock me the F out.
Okay.
I'll do it.
She does it.
And you just see him
With my
flop
hair.
back.
Why would you do that?
He said to knock him out. We need to make it seem like he didn't help.
Let's get do it a little nicer. Here, just take your damn keys.
Right over.
You get there. You hear the door open.
I'll try to get you.
I was expecting an explosion or something.
Quickly, we
It's
only.
still happening.
It could have
so-
happened. Still, come on, we gotta
I'm
hurry.
gonna try and get the others out. Like-
Just as his door opens, they are
Come on,
right
come on.
there.
I get out quick, and obviously at this point you'd see that I have been beat up a little bit.
I'll touch you and if you'll let me, I guess.
Yeah,
He has no reason to be mad at you
Yeah,
at this point.
I have nothing to really get not say no.
You guys run to the cart. Your
6
twin
points.
sisters. Holy crap!
Okay, fast, quickly, go.
Everyone
take
in,
some.
in,
We'll
in.
take some. We gotta.
Yeah, you guys take some.
I'll pick one up.
And I'm gonna
We
go
will
get
meet
the
back where you guys.
I'm gonna go get the Chihuahua and be like, snap,
we're the
snap.
ones driving. I think we know where we're going.
I'm gonna go over there.
Fine.
I'm gonna go to the Chihuahua. Snap, snap. We gotta go.
Huh?
Wait, your name. Come on. We gotta go. Come on.
His name is your name.
We'll talk about this
He
later.
said, he said, "Yip, yip, let's go."
Get in the car. Flopper.
As the 3 carts get going,
Three.
there were the 2 carts.
Oh, you're.
And now you guys just got the Chihuahua involved too. Chihuahua could have went home, but no, we need that extra.
He's
cart.
faster.
Chihuahuas don't know what's home anymore.
Well, I would have tried to take like the more injured ones with us because I can help heal.
I was carrying one of them. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how.
I mean, when you guys get a look at them, they look like they're in their late to early 20s. I mean, late teens to early 20s.
Kids
Okay.
are. We're not completely helpless.
No.
It's
Maybe a little untrained in certain art.
okay. I can. Who's the 2 worst looking ones?
One of them is a Yanti female.
Okay, go
Oh.
over to her.
Does Ota kind of connect with that one?
We'll find out when Oda's back.
Yeah.
Okay.
5 healing for her.
Okay.
Don't say I didn't ever help your family. And then the next one is 4 healing.
I think Yaga should be saying that, honestly.
And with that, you guys load up the carts. The carts start going as they're heading down this trail. Everybody, make me a perception.
17.
Ugh. 11.
19.
Okay, you don't notice, but you guys see this man grab a hold of your guys' cart, look back at the other cart that you just got the kids from, uses some sort of wand like this.
Can I try and knock it out of his hands if I see it?
You don't have time.
I don't.
You
have
watch a streak of energy drift right to that cart.
You got your explosion.
That was out of it.
Who's the guy? I'm looking. Who's the guy on our cart?
Probably have to roll.
We have to get outside of the cart to look.
I'm dangling outside the cart.
Are you still drunk?
Yes.
I mean, was it cocked? It was kind of cocked.
What was it?
It's a
It was-
1, but it was kind of
It was a little
cocked.
cocked.
It was kind of a one.
It,
It was. A little
Is anybody else going to try and?
I'll see it.
Did I really not even like? I
I'm
didn't like
gonna
see who
look
it
at
is,
him.
even though I saw
19.
the person hanging off the thing.
That beats me.
Yeah, that beats me. Way beats me.
19.
You look and you see that this individual does have 2 arrows lodged in his back. And as the cart goes, you see his cowl come off, and it is Dane.
Okay, is he like hanging there?
Yes.
Can I like just grapple him to pull him in?
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna use keep my cantrip Thorn Whip to just grab him and pull him in.
Okay, and you manage to pull him into the cart.
He just blew up the other carriages.
No. He blew up the one
Alright.
that the kids in Yaga was in.
Oh, not Gallon. He was nice. Oh no!
Carriage, not the
It was
guy.
the carriage,
Uh,
the carriage right next
Pretty
to
much,
them.
they were all
The
still,
shrapnel.
they were still all stunned. So even if they weren't, they
Couldn't
just got.
react.
Once he falls in, I'm gonna go to him and be like, "Do you need me to pull out these?" And I just kind of like grab one of the arrows.
Medicine check.
He looks at you, and it was like that was the last of his energy, and he just slumps to the floor unconscious.
Father.
Jesus Christ.
I hear that, and I just recede further into the away.
Nat 20 medicine to stabilize him.
Okay, you managed to stabilize him.
I was gonna do that too, because I read it too, but fuck.
You probably have some heal spells you can toss on there.
Well, I already used I already used all my
You used
level 1 spell slots.
Can you
I'm
do
not-
them as a ritual?
No,
No,
None of the healing.
unless I had a
You could bump it
rest
up
at
to
all
level-
during my time in there.
You could bump it up to
Yeah,
level
you probably
2.
did have a short rest at least.
Okay, then
you
I'll-
don't get your spells back after a short rest.
Not with Druid.
You could bump it up to level 2 though. Cure wounds up to level 2.
Oh yeah, because I have
You have a couple.
Yeah,
Or healing word.
I have both. Well, I can put it as a second level.
All right.
Yeah. Which
So
one are you doing?
I'll do cure. I'll do cure wounds
So
at second
2d8
level.
plus your modifier.
Yep.
Spells, ladies and gentlemen, spells.
It'd be a cult magic bullshit.
Yeah, you have to finish a long
Wow,
rest.
that's
Oh, go ahead. I actually said that saying twice, so
Ah!
I need to.
Oh!
16 total.
Okay. You got him stabilized. Managed to get the arrows out, but he is not conscious right now. He looks like he's been through the ring. Pretty.
And that's the case. Then at that point, how big is this? How big is this like area?
It's
Decent.
you guys got plenty of room in there. You got
I'm gonna take him to the corner, and I'm gonna lay him down, and I'm gonna like take like my hood robe and put it over him, so
Okay.
he's like comfy and everything.
All right.
And then at that point, I'm just gonna
Wow.
sit next to him.
Yaga's showing emotion.
Not like that. I have been.
Being nice.
I'm trying to be helpful. Is that so bad, man?
No, I didn't say that at first.
Man, you
That's not
kill
a game.
you kill a party with somebody named Yaga, and nobody lets you forget it.
It's gonna have to.
I don't want to put it in the
I'm just gonna have to like put back in the
Yaga's
belt. Kill someone at this party.
Fine.
You taking notes? Yeah, I'm taking notes.
So
Paper's blank.
as you guys are one little no spell.
No spells.
As you
I have
guys
one level.
are
I have one level 2 slot left.
as you guys are traveling on, pretty much the children seem to be pretty calm at this point. You guys have gotten away for now. Great. So, what are you doing?
I'm staying by my
Continuing
dad.
on.
I am making sure the Chihuahua, your name, is going in the right way.
Yep.
And we're going to what was it?
Geminon.
Geminon, yeah. Make sure we're gonna go to Geminon instead of right to Eastern.
He's going to Eastern.
Okay, can you go to Geminon?
Crap, we didn't tell him.
What?
What?
Can you go to Geminon?
I can.
Okay, please do.
Please change course.
Oh, you want me to change course?
Yes, please do.
Oh, yeah.
God damn those little ankle biters. No.
It's about the same size as you.
No, I know.
You.
And then I'm probably just gonna like sit in the corner, my hood's up.
I'm probably sitting and having Dane's head on my lap to kind of just stay there with him, waiting till he wakes up.
All right.
I just have my mask on, just staring at the wall.
That's pretty much what I'm doing, but with my hood up.
Well, like I'm like next to you guys though, so
The
because he has my cloak on him.
I'm not leaving my cloak.
Dirty enough. Damn him.
Subconsciously.
as you guys travel on through the night, you manage to make it to Gemma.
Long rest?
It's about 4 hours to get there. So.
Be a
So
short
it'd be
rest.
more of a short rest.
It's gonna be like, well, I had short rest in the carriage, and so this is another short rest. Does that equal a
No.
long rest?
No.
Damn.
I mean, while you're short resting, you could roll hit dice if you need HP.
Yep.
After a short rest, I'd probably reapply the runes I burned.
Okay.
Perfect.
I'll sit there and get my key points back after 30 minutes.
Okay. As you guys roll up onto Gemini, you realize that the city is centered right on a river. You see this great big, almost living tree in the center of the city, as it seems to be the central point of it. You watch one of your sister's carts go this way, one of your sister's carts go that way, as they're heading to their homes. Which one do you follow?
We'll go to the right one.
Okay, so you follow Regina, I think? No,
No, Regino's the maid. Names.
Raylan.
Raylan's cart. And you get to her house, and it's actually looks like she's doing very well for herself here. It's like 3-story house. She's got herself her own little place to park her carriage.
So we're inside
Okay.
already.
No, you're in the city,
Okay.
but you're not in her house yet. Everybody roll me a perception too, please.
When we park, I won't go in the house. I will try and climb the house and sit on the roof and just walk.
17.
10.
24. Now I'm rolling good.
It was the nat 1.
Wow.
You're focused on Dane.
I'm focused on my dad.
Okay. As you two get out of the cart, you guys also notice that there's some rather small flying people.
What is that?
Well,
That.
People flying.
well, that would be probably one of the owlings, yeah.
So they're fine.
Oh yeah, they live here.
Okay, and then I go away and I climb up the house to go up the roof.
So is anybody fun here?
Excuse me?
So is anybody fun here?
Fun.
Well, just flying around.
Oh, those are probably the scholarly type. They're going to the to that straight over there.
Oh.
See, that actually is one of the area's biggest libraries.
Yes.
You like trees?
Yes, I like trees, but at least when I like to go to trees, they're not surrounded by big-headed brainiacs.
Well, I mean, I don't know how brainy they are, but they all seem very nice.
I guess I'll be the judge of that.
Suit yourself. And she comes in and helps you bring your father into her house.
Yeah, I would hand the cloak back to Yaga. Thank you.
You don't have to thank me.
I'm going to.
Boy, she really does have a beard, but doesn't she?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I just don't really accept thanks from people.
Oh,
You should try it sometime.
in that case,
Fine.
Maybe lighten the mood.
It's fine. You'll pay me back eventually.
how? I don't know if I like it.
Why should I think I did by getting you out of that carriage.
I mean, sure, yeah. So I guess
We're pretty.
debt is repaid.
Okay. Everybody, go ahead and make yourselves at home. I'm gonna go get our sister and see how the other ones are doing. Keep an eye on the stick.
Stick.
It's it. Oh,
I'm a stick.
your nickname the stick.
24 perception up on the roof, just watching, making sure.
As you're looking over the city, you do see that there are bridges that lead across the city. And as you're looking at it, almost every house on the other side is identical.
There it is. That. Thank you. Okay.
Looks like this just
Yeah.
random.
I know. I was it's fine. Okay. So I'll just. Oh. Okay. Sorry. More clicked. No.
We just
And
were
we're getting that fine tuning down, ladies
No.
and
No. No.
gentlemen.
No. Saturday.
4 o'clock game.
4 o'clock in. Because you and I are twins.
I thought this was at Nick's.
No.
No.
No. Anyways, we'll talk later.
So I'm
Oh
walking
my
to the
gosh,
tree.
yeah.
Okay.
I guess roll a percent. As
We
I
play
get
too
closer
many
and closer
games.
to it, I roll a perception. So
All right. As you're rolling the perceptions, you get the. Are you walking through the town or outside?
where was the? So you said they're flying towards a tree, right?
Yeah.
How is that in or out?
That's it.
I guess I'm walking towards it, so I'm in the town.
As you're walking towards it, you pass people. Seems like a normal town. You actually, if you want to go into that tree, you have to go around to the other side. So you have to cross the river.
Okay. And I start walking across the river.
Okay, so you cross the river and you're
Walking
going.
on water.
Is there a bridge?
Walking
yeah,
on sunshine.
there's bridges.
You don't have a spell.
As you're walking there, you go. Well, that's curious. And you look back across the bridge and you see this blade of grass and it's bent a little bit. And then you look right where you're standing and there's a blade of grass and it's also bent in the same direction.
I kneel down to look down at it. I'm gonna roll perception, investigation.
Okay.
That's an 18.
Seems perfectly all right. This seems to be a coincidence, I guess.
Stand back up. I'm gonna. So it's like, is it like right where I am, or like next to me, or?
Yeah, it's right here, right next to you.
I'm gonna turn my back to it.
Okay.
See if, and I'm just gonna start looking around.
Does it move?
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Maybe if
you
we
start
don't look
looking
at
around. As you're looking around, you see this elf come walking by. Good day.
Yeah. Yeah. Good day to you.
And he walks across the bridge.
Uh,
And as he's walking across the bridge, another elf is coming over. Oh, good day.
yeah. Good day to you. What do you all do here? At this tree
Oh, that's just a library.
library. May I ask what kind of subjects are in the library? I understand there's probably a lot of subjects, but like any well-known ones.
Well, there's subjects about the arcane, magic creation, myths, the gods, and pretty much anything you can find in a library. A lot of researchers come here and check this out. As a matter of fact, there's a couple of owlings in there right now that are pretty interesting.
And
Professor Thaddeus, he's very intelligent.
interesting. Is there any way I could ask him some questions if he's, or is he more of the private type?
Oh no, you can't get him to shut up.
Great. So I know
Never mind.
who to talk to if I want to have some sleep.
Sorry,
Yes.
I remember.
Wonderful. Can you lead me inside? I'm trying to find the entrance.
Oh, that's fine. Just go there, past that tree, and you'll be able to find it. It'll be signed.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Yeah,
Can I roll for investigation on this person?
Sure.
Or are they just some rando?
No, go ahead.
21.
He's telling you the truth.
No, not insight. I meant like
30.
investigation on like what this person looks like.
Oh,
Perception.
perception.
Yeah. So if it's
The,
perception, it would be 23.
The first elf that passed you
Yeah.
was dressed in blue and green robes.
Okay.
Had a holy symbol of Sumerian,
Okay.
and he had his hair done back in a braid, and it was really almost ebony
Okay.
looking, but pretty much tan. The one that you just got to is wearing blue and green robes
Mhm.
as a holy symbol of Sumerian.
Mhm.
Has his hair done back and tied, and is completely ebony colored here.
Are those the same descriptions?
Yes.
Oh, they're opposites.
They're opposites.
No, they're the exact.
The exact same.
Sorry. You looked like some guy who just walked out earlier.
Oh, probably my brother.
Brother.
Yes.
Twin brother?
Yeah.
Check, I guess, just to be safe. I have proficiency.
Probably not.
No, it makes it a 10. Makes it a 10.
He's telling the truth.
Okay. Okay. Well, I'm gonna head inside then. Thank you for your help.
Oh, you're welcome.
And I start walking inside.
As you start walking, you get to a crossroads that you're going. This was
Back there.
across the bridge.
Times like these, sir, I wish I was back at the village. And then I'm gonna attempt. Do I? There's a cross. Is there any signs that he said or no?
Oh yeah, there's a sign that points right to the library.
Okay, I'm gonna go inside.
And you start walking in towards the library. Yude, what are you doing?
Well, I would probably be helping with the kids. Once that's done, I'd probably start looking for shinies again.
All right, roll me an investigation.
21.
21. You actually managed to find a nice little shiny.
What is it?
It's a silver coin.
Oh, okay. Put that in the coin pouch.
All right, and as you put it into your coin pouch, remember the dagger that the Red Mother gave you?
Yeah.
It seems to be twitching.
I pull it out, look at it.
You pull it out. As you pull it out, it is spinning in a circle, just furiously spinning in a circle.
Huh. Okay. I don't know what that means. Put it back in my pocket.
You put it back in your pocket. As you put it back into your pocket, oh, that was curious, wasn't it?
Who's this?
It seems to be another halfling.
Yeah. Yeah, it was curious. I've never seen it do that before.
Oh. Well, perhaps it's because it's where we're at.
Oh. Okay. Where are we at?
Do you know anything about magnetism, boy?
Magnetism? No.
Perhaps you should go and see my brother. He might actually be able to explain it better.
Okay.
Just make your way over there to the library. Tell Thaddeus that his brother sent him. Thaddeus.
Stop.
Thaddeus sent that from Thaddeus or sent from Thaddeus?
Sent from Thaddeus.
Okay. Before I do that, I'd probably let them know that
I'm on the roof.
I'll yell to you. I'm going to the library.
I don't respond.
Okay.
I think she would have seen me go to the library too.
Yep.
Okay.
Now, what are you doing up on the...
I'm watching. I'm hyper perceptive right now. Just constantly like
So
head.
she's a drone.
Yeah,
going-
essentially, I'm a watch drone right now.
As you're watching everything that's going on, doesn't seem to be anything out of the ordinary in a normal town.
Hyper focused.
No, but what are you doing?
Probably check with each of my siblings, make sure they're all okay, and then get them all like off to bed because I'm sure they're tired of everything that's happened
Yep.
and all that. So just helping take care of all of them.
Okay. And as you're doing that, your other sister walks up to you. So, is father all right?
I'm not sure. I know that he's like alive, but he's not waking up right now. I'm sure he's exhausted.
Oh. She walks up. Now, this is the Yuan Ti sister that you have.
What's her name?
Serapha.
Dang, there must have been a lot of like just different kind of adoptions going on if she doesn't want tea. Some sibling.
Yep.
There's all kinds of them.
Mm-hmm.
One of every race, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Female.
Or two, in certain cases.
What up?
Cat.
Now remember, father doesn't like this.
Yeah.
And
Plucks a nose hair.
she walks up And she puts her hand out. As she puts her hand out, you see it start to glow, but you start to get this almost sickening smell, like smelling salts would
Ew.
do.
Can you hurry it up?
This takes time. And
I
she
know.
waves it underneath his nose, and you. All right. Who burnt the eggs?
There's no eggs.
Oh,
Father.
Alba,
I
what are you doing here?
could say the same for you.
I'm trying to save everyone.
Same. You ran off before I could come and help with you.
I thought you were in the trials and more safer than everybody else.
Not really. Trials is on the way, so
Well,
2 birds, 1 stone.
always. So, did you hear from anyone else?
Not really. Like, what do you mean, someone else?
The other family members? Your mother?
Oh,
Alan?
Raylan?
Talus.
Talus.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Raylan heard from Mom. She's good. She's got some kids with her, some of the siblings with her. Lara is back at with Ophelia back at home. Not at the house, but
At the temples?
yeah. I thought someone told you about Talus.
Once I saw Talis, he was heading to make sure your mother was safe. Your mother's safe, he should be as well.
Dad, Talus is dead. Found him in the alleyway by the home.
Man,
Mm-hmm.
how many?
Hmm?
How many did you say?
It was just him that's gone.
I understand that. How many did you save from that cart?
Oh, how many did I say?
I don't think we
The
got
rest. Everybody's
Everybody
accounted.
else.
Oh, so we do have everyone. Okay. We got everyone else.
There's one who was helping us. Her name was Yaga?
Yaga? She's with us too. I think
Sort
she
of.
just well, I lost sight of her now. She likes to go off on her own.
Amelia?
Maybe.
I'll deal with your brother when we get home. We need to get everybody there first. Still don't understand why he attacked now.
Do you know? Does she know? I can't remember if she knows or not. No, it's just me.
Not really.
There's
I know
Yeah,
there's
it's
something
suspicions.
else. I have suspicions.
But yeah.
So that's what. Okay, yeah, that's what I was saying. I have suspicions.
do share.
There's this girl that I met.
Oh, I'm not upset.
No, not that way. I mean,
Wouldn't be the first time.
not the first time, but not that way.
Damn.
I guess you should explain.
Her name is Lyra.
I was gonna say he might not know that name.
I'm just
Really?
Seems that she's. I think she's attached with all of this. I'm not 100% sure, but she knew about the symbol on the house. The star with the fist.
The purifying hand. Yes.
And she knew the guy that was taking the carriage with Yaga and all the siblings in it.
Sort of curious that she would know so much information, don't you think?
Mm-hmm.
Keep an eye on her. I don't think we should trust her 100% until we know what's going on. Well, looks like you've managed to accomplish one trial.
Yeah,
I feel like a drink.
me too.
So, gather up the rest of your friends.
Hmm?
Let's gather up the rest of your friends.
Mm-hmm.
And the rest of them are old enough to drink too. They'll meet us at the pub.
Cool.
And
Pub time!
he gets up and starts sort of shakily at first, but he seems to be doing all right.
If he walks outside, I'm gonna slink back and try and stealth.
All right. And he does slink back.
He does go
He
outside.
does go outside.
I haven't rolled this one yet. Natural 20.
Woo!
Nice. I'll roll me a percent.
New dice, new dice, new dice, new dice. 44.
You slink back. And you are stealthy as
Hell
heck.
yeah.
And he stands at the door going, interesting. So, that's where you are.
I don't say anything.
He all of a sudden,
He does not. Don't you dare give him what I think you're giving him.
Oh, the glass is coming on.
It's serious time now.
disappeared right in front of your eyes.
Spaghetti.
Try not to move around a lot. Because I still want to try and stay hidden as much as possible. But looking.
As you're looking around, you get somebody leaning in real close, and you can just see it out of your peripheral. You lose something.
And then I've been subconsciously playing with the necklace the whole time. As he comes up over my shoulder, I'll tuck it in.
Okay.
My shirt. No. I'm fine.
We're all heading to the pub.
Good for you. I'll stay here and keep watch.
Oh, no. Sorry. That is not acceptable. You are somebody who has helped. See what I mean about my phone? You're somebody who has helped us out, and this is a celebration. Everybody is safe.
For right now. I'll stay here and keep watch.
There's nothing to watch in this town. If you don't show up, I'd be rather upset, and I'm sure most of the rest of my family would be as well. So, we can do this one of two ways. I can either force you, or I can force you. Well then. I have hung around with one or two satyrs. I picked up a few tricks.
Wow. Way to say that about that species. Okay.
Do you know who I am?
I believe you're a friend of my daughter's who helped save my children. What else is there to need to know?
Insight.
Oh, forget the old.
Where is it?
It was a clone. It's full time.
18!
He is telling the truth as far as you know.
Father's lying!
So, are we going to do this all night, or are we going to cut it down from here?
Why do you care if I'm there? If I'm just a friend of your daughter's?
Why not? All the friends have seemed to be quite unique in their own special way. And not to mention, it seems like you could use little bit of libation in it.
I don't know, last time I drank with your daughter, I regretted it the next day. Today.
Yes, I've had the same encounter at least twice with more than one of my children. You get used to it after a while. Anyway, if you don't come, I will have to play this flute. Quite poorly, I might add.
I'd much rather stay here.
All right, I'm going to start playing it. So you have a total of 30 seconds before I actually have enough wind to blow. Pervert!
I think that counts as the chip. Yeah, we'll just count that overall. If he's trying for like 10 seconds, I just kind of want to like, if I can, just kind of like pop my elbow up and try and hit the flute out of his hands and catch it.
Yep, you managed to do that.
Like, don't.
All right, well then I'll play the hop.
I'm gonna throw his flute off the roof.
Oh, that wasn't very nice. You know who gave that? It was Talkies. Never mind.
You're welcome.
Writing that down.
That's what you get for having a shrine in the other room, Todd. Don't be gross.
So,
Will you stop bothering me if I come?
no promises. And as you finally agree, you hear some of the other children start coming out of your sister's house. Oh, everybody's ready to go. And you watch him get down. He is old human, but he is very nimble. He gets down and starts hugging all of his children.
Very spry.
And
I'll do it, but better and backflip at the end.
Oh, that's a
Challenge.
And then just start walking.
oh, I don't know what got into her, but she seems to be quite spry, doesn't she?
Yeah.
Let's go get the rest of your friends.
bit spry for an older fellow.
32.
Him.
Oh, I was like 30.
And I want you to make one perception.
Awesome. 11.
It's good enough.
Awesome.
So as you turn back for a second, you see everybody coming up. They're all smiles, laughing, joking. You see him very much interacting with all the children. And
Really just gotta drive that knife in, huh?
hey, I got plans, I told you. So, and they cross the bridge. You guys still trying to head for the library?
I thought I was already in it. Not in it already?
No.
Do I see him at this point?
No, I'm a distance behind you yet.
Right?
I don't even know
Can I
where you went.
stop and look behind me?
Yep.
Do I see him? Are you small or big?
I'm small.
Or somewhere in between?
I'm small.
That's what that was.
Yeah.
That looked like
8.
No, you don't notice him.
Okay. I'm gonna keep walking. I'm gonna be like, as I keep
Yeah.
walking though, I'm gonna like,
You don't even know I'm there. You have no reason to look.
Yeah,
well, I just like, no, I'm trying to check if I'm making any progress.
don't seem to be.
Okay, so I'm gonna say this as I'm walking. He's like, "When the signs there," he said, "it would make you to the entrance." He said, "and walking 5 minutes. I should have had him. Like I should have dragged him with me. Maybe then I could have made some progress. No, guess not. Guess I'm an idiot. Guess I'm an idiot for talking to the locals, Yaga. You could have just asked. You could have brought the local with you.
All of a sudden you say that, and Yud is standing right next to you, and he has, curiously enough, a flute made out of silver in his hand.
Are you gonna say something?
Me?
Yeah, you're gonna say something.
Hey, Yaga.
What? Oh, just you.
Oh my god.
I'm going to the big tree. Where are you going?
Oh, you're going to the big tree? I'm going to the big tree, but I can't find the damn entrance.
Got it.
That's not a swear word.
Yes, it is.
He said, damn.
Jumper, what did I do? Telling this so that Justin can put it's too late.
As
This is what he gets from
you're
missing
talking
the
to him, roll me a perception.
Him or both of us?
Both of
night.
you.
Okay,
Yeah.
12.
23.
As you're doing that, you're watching owls fly in and out.
Hey, I think we're there.
Telling me the entrance was up there the whole time.
I haven't been here before.
Well,
I don't even have it on a map. This is not for my town.
Well, they just no. I know that you're fine. The
Oh, okay,
local
Let's go.
The local person said there were signs. There are no signs anywhere. I'm expecting to find a sign, but no, I don't find a sign.
That's a pretty good sign. What do you mean? We're there. Let's go.
Just take.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
I'm looking for Yaga and Yud.
I'm
That's
Yaga.
Yaga. I'm Yud.
Oh, wonderful. You're supposed to head for the nearest inn. Dane said he wishes to.
Yeah. Okay, cool. I'll go there later. I'm trying to get in here.
Oh, you need wings.
I need wings.
Well, yes, the entrance is clearly right there.
I'm rolling intelligence to know
You mean
no intelligence to know what animals I've seen. If I've seen a bird, so I can
Um,
wild shape.
You're only level 3. You don't have a
You
flying
can't
speed.
fly.
Oh, I can't fly.
No, you only have a flying
Too
speed.
bad. I
You
rolled
have
18.
swimming.
I know. I'm kidding. Huh?
Okay, well, you only have a swimming speed.
Yeah. Okay. It's fine. Whatever. I'm gonna look at him like, can I get one of them to fly me up there?
They're sort of small owls.
Yeah, I'm light. Someone said I was a stick earlier.
Interesting. Tell you what, I can make arrangements, but not until in the morning.
Fair enough.
Oh, nice flute. And the gentleman walks away.
I guess we're going to the pub.
Sure. Might be shinies there.
Might
I
be.
can play my new flute.
You know, it's times like these where, you know, mom would make this moment better.
Mom would make.
Mom always does.
Wow, I have daddy issues, you have mommy issues. Woo! 360 on
Listen, she's been walking into nothing. She's literally went from angry to sad and like.
Yeah. Oh no, we know.
we got that part real quick.
So she's just gonna walk. She's just gonna walk with you, and she's just staying silent.
As
And she's just gonna be like looking at the ground the whole time.
as the two of you are heading there, you guys notice the great big group of Dane and his children, and Nova, and Lyra way off in the front.
Come on, we're gonna go drink. Do you want another sideway?
Let's go with them. We're supposed to meet
No.
them, aren't we?
Yeah, I guess.
It'd be funny if you did have another one, but
I
probably
slowly
shouldn't.
take my mask off and put it in my hip at this point.
All right.
And you will see that there are tear tracks because she was literally losing it.
You need a hug.
No, I do not need a hug.
Oh
I
my-
have my vines for that.
And as you just as you say that, Dane grabs you and hugs you.
Oh, it's just
How about
you're standing
you
upright.
bother your family?
Oh, thank you very much for your help.
You don't have to thank me.
Dear girl, you are somebody who I needed to help.
In what way?
By giving you a hug. Obviously, you have had a rough day, and thank you for helping. No, we're good. Dave gave you a hug.
She just wiped away the tear tracks that were there.
It's all right. You can be emotional if you wish. I just truly believe you need somebody to say thank you. Not to mention a good meal. So, if you don't mind, follow us. The Golden Corral, or
You say gold?
No,
Not that kind of
not actually
gold.
golden.
You been here before?
No, but I'm pretty. I know the difference between what is golden and what is actually a name for a thing.
Well, the golden coral is right there. We should be able to have a good. And I said coral.
So that's not what it sounded like the first time.
Golden corral.
Again, edit.
Yeah.
So everybody ends up at this place. The twins are obviously regulars here, but as you guys look,
Dwarves.
everybody make me perception.
Is this like when we first walked in, or have we been here for a while now?
You when you first walk.
Okay.
22.
16.
23.
Oh my god! Stop cooking! Oh my god!
What is going on over
There.
there? You don't get 5 rerolls.
It was
It
caught everything time.
Yeah.
It's fine. This was the worst roll. The 14.
Still pretty good.
You guys walk in and you notice now why this town is called Gemini. Because you're the only ones there that don't have a twin.
I'm feeling kind of out of place.
You're fine, you.
It's okay.
Okay.
We're just probably gonna be here for the night
Okay.
and continue on tomorrow or something. I don't know.
I get to practice my new fruit.
You got a flute.
Yeah, I just found it.
Where'd you find that?
I don't know. I found it in my sleeve, I think.
Excellent. Sort of looks like one I used to have.
I was gonna say you had one that looked just like that.
Looks like it was thrown into the bushes, perhaps.
I walk up to the bar
I
and
don't
get
know.
a
Why would it have
beer.
been thrown into the
Did you
bushes?
take someone's flute?
Oh.
Because your friend didn't
You
want
need
to
to check
come.
to see if it has a name on it.
But
It doesn't have
Lyra,
a name.
I'm at the bar.
Some
Getting a
people-
drink.
Sometimes people have their.
I'm gonna
names
walk
described
up.
and stuff.
And the minute you walk up, I have my drink and I'm gonna walk back.
All right. What can I get for you?
Just an ale.
An ale. Just
Sure.
an ale.
Just an ale. Just an ale.
A nail? You want a hammer with that?
A nail.
An ale.
So, which one of our 42 ales do you want to have?
Don't care. Just pick one.
So,
Oh, that
Here,
doesn't
I-
end
Do you
well.
like stout?
Sure.
Are we all there?
All right, fine.
I think so.
And
We've
you
all been
look,
talking
and
about the
there's
flutes
a
and the tea.
symbol that says the blood meadery on it. And it's really thick.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, I'll just take a water.
Ah, sorry. You want water? Drops outside. There you go.
I'll take one of the straw.
Thanks.
2 copper.
Do you know Dane?
No.
What's your sister's
But do
name?
you not have money?
What's your sister's name? I would have.
Raylan
Jim.
or Kaylin.
Raylan and Kaylin?
Oh yes, they're regulars.
Put it on their tab.
I don't do tabs.
Too bad. Put it on their tab.
Well, too bad you can't drink.
Fine.
Like I said, drops outside.
And then I walk back. Ask you.
Do you need a drink?
Nope.
Looks like you were trying to get a drink.
Nope.
I'm walking up.
Hello.
Hi.
What can I get for you?
I will actually, whatever that drink was you were getting for her,
Oh, blood meter.
get that for her, and
Yeah.
then I will take sideways.
I haven't made one of those in a long time.
Right.
Right.
It's my regular.
Well, actually, do you know Raylan and Kaylin?
Those are my sisters.
They're the only other ones that I ever make them for.
Yep, our whole family drinks them.
All right.
Or at least most of us do. Some of us can't handle it.
Well, else you sure can. Okay, and there you are. That will be 2 copper for that, and because I don't sell very many of them, I'm sorry, the price is a little bit more. 1 silver for you.
That's fine.
Better be fine.
Good tip. I'm gonna give you a go.
Oh, thank you.
Mhm.
We'll
Unless you
keep them
got nothing
coming.
to throw around.
And that's where you hear Raylan go, "One for everybody." All right. And he starts just
She's gonna pay for that.
just pours starts pouring. Well, she's a regular, so
Yep.
Yeah.
I will start walking back to give you your drink.
I'll be sitting in a corner. Hopefully, if I could. Is there like a dark corner?
no.
There's not.
It's
No.
called the Golden Coral for a reason.
Well, I didn't know if there was like a shady
I like
corner
gold.
that I could stealth away in. No. Okay. I'll just sit in a corner far away from everybody else.
Well, I'm walking with you, so
Yeah, we probably would have been led to the table that we're
Yep.
supposed to meet at.
And you see all the kids, Dane, all at the table.
I'm not at the table.
are you the head of the table?
No, I'm in a corner,
No,
away from the
that
table.
was, that was the joke. I said, are you the head of the table?
Oh, no.
Do me a favor. Would you write one tick mark on your piece of paper?
Oh,
Just basically a straight line.
just like
You
a
want me to
tally.
do a tally?
A tally, yeah.
I call them tick marks.
Well, you're wrong.
Well, you're
Tally.
wrong.
Tick mark. Tick mark.
Tally.
Tick mark.
Tally.
Tick mark. Tick mark.
Todd! Shut up.
No. Tick
Yeah.
mark. Tick
Shut
mark.
up. Todd! I
It's
will
a
throw
tally.
something at you.
Do it. Nice
Dilly.
throw.
Dilly dilly.
Ellie, if you're watching, dilly dilly. Dilly D.
Oh, you do realize she's gonna kill you.
Oh, yeah.
You're just gonna get all
We
that
won't stop you either.
double rage.
We might actually sharpen the blade.
Yeah.
So as the rest of the evening progresses, you guys manage to have drinks. You hear some actually good music.
I'm drinking from the water in the trough from that time.
As you go out to
I don't know what a trough is. I don't know what a trough is.
It's
for
what
a second.
animals drink water.
Like-
out of.
Oh, never
Yeah.
mind. I'm not
Yeah.
drinking it. Stop saying
No.
it. Never mind.
No, troughs are what
I
animals
did.
drink
I
out
thought
of.
it was like his
Big
own.
that they
I thought it was a
drink
fancy word for water fountain.
No.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
For a
but
gully dwarf,
for-
maybe.
for
Yeah.
a collie dwarf, goat, horses,
Okay, my bad.
sheep.
For Taki, yes. Yaga, no.
Okay, fine. I just won't drink anything. I have food though.
Actually, one of the waitresses comes up to you and hands you a wine.
Come on, let loose tonight.
I'm not too much of a drinker.
Okay, love. This one's actually one of the more mellow ones that we have here.
You would've
You're
said it
going
down.
to end up peeing more than you're going to get a buzz off of it, okay?
I would've just
Alright.
left it there then.
Let's just take a sip out of it.
Until you left.
And they're right. It tastes more. It tastes like a flavored water at this point.
Okay. Okay. I mean, like it's just like
Yeah, just like that. Yep.
I just have to go to a happy place.
Where'd you get all that money from?
Ollie,
Was I? Why do I live?
you left it for me.
Should ask him about it.
Maybe. Not really necessary right now. Thank you for your help today. If something's
You're welcome. I just don't feel like drinking. Dane forced me to come here.
you're acting very odd.
Who else is acting on? You said as well, so.
Sorry. I mean, you're acting out on top of just you.
It must be the sideways from the other
all on
night.
the table?
We're at a
trying to
different.
get her.
Oh, you're
to
right there.
come to-
Oh,
We're at-
okay.
I'm at a different
Okay.
table.
I was like, I'm just want to make sure because I was gonna say something like, wait, I don't know, I can't.
Try and-
Deception of 16.
For
It
what?
must just be the sideways.
Deception.
Yeah, from the other 9.
Actually, give me one more.
my God.
A con?
Uh huh.
Oh no,
Let's see if you're still
Is it still disadvantage?
No, you won't have disadvantage.
it's the after effect.
after
16?
after.
Oh, surprisingly enough, alcohol sounds really good.
What? Excuse me.
You can't force me to drink alcohol.
I can't force you, but it sounds really good. Not, if you decide to drink, That's your.
Yeah, no, she's not drinking.
All right.
But it deception of what did I say? 16.
Yeah.
Must
Can
be
I-
the sideways and the other.
Can I take a
Insight
20?
17.
Try a new flute.
Yes, you can.
There you go.
Do you have any musical instrument backgrounds?
I have soldier beat or background, so it gives me one magical or not, but musical.
Okay.
instrument,
Oh
so,
wait.
All right. Go ahead.
What are you doing?
Performance
I'm
check. pretty much.
trying this new flute.
Second. I'm gonna go into my bag, pull out my lyre, just to join in.
You're a liar.
Okay.
Lyre, very funny.
And just
Shrouds.
Yeah. I'm gonna roll my.
all right. Roll your performances.
Yeah.
Sexy 20.
15.
Nice. And as you guys break out your instruments, Dane breaks out his own harp. We got one of the other kids with a set of drums. We got one of the other kids with a little mandolin. And we got another one with another set of.
You know what the problem with this is? We're all probably playing a different song.
No, it's like
That's
in the
why
movies.
I'm rolling this.
It's like in the movies when everybody knows the dance to the exact same song that's just playing in everybody's head. You know that one movie,
No.
the not middle school, but like
James does not look convinced.
This sounds like an 80s
Think we need to
action
cut
movie
you
or
off.
something.
You're not even drinking.
Even the imaginary alcohol's messing around.
He's sober.
don't know if I can say it.
High School Musical.
No.
There. So as
It's your fault if you have to edit that out then.
yeah, you were singing 2 songs by the way in that first one.
I don't see one. What?
I don't remember the other one, but there was one right before you started singing the Little Mermaid one.
I didn't
Oh.
see the Little Mermaid one.
The
That
Aladdin
was the
one.
first
Or
one.
Aladdin, whichever one it was.
Now I have to go back and listen. I don't
Right?
know what that
So-
had a drink.
Actually, everybody was able to start playing the same song. It sounds actually very, very good. And
I know
while you
you're
guys are doing that, Dane's walking up with
Leave it.
the hop.
Just leave it.
Is there a problem over here, girls?
No, we're fine.
Well, you're not fine. You're not drinking.
I'm good.
Tell you what. He puts himself down. Tell you what. You want me to leave you alone?
Yes, please. That would be great.
Wonderful. Here's how you're going to get that to happen.
I just leave?
You drink.
Oh, no, because I'll follow you.
That's creepy.
It's not weird at all.
Well, no, I treat you like I would treat one of my children throwing a temper tantrum like you are right now.
Why are you treating me like one of your children?
Are you one of my daughter's friends?
I don't know.
Acquaintance?
She almost wanted to cut my head off the other day.
Oh, that's almost like a sibling.
Vibration is the metaphor.
So, if you want me to leave you alone, here's what we're going to do. Roll me a d6. Yep.
Ooh.
Tell you. We're going to do 2 drinks. You choose one, I choose one.
No, I really don't.
Oh, that's a classic.
I'm still kind of sick from the sideways the other night.
Sideways. You picked it.
Oh no,
Father? No.
PTSD.
For
No.
him. That's for
Not
him.
for her. Not for her.
No,
No.
sideways.
Not
is
for
for
her?
him.
No.
Okay, tell you what. I'll do 2 sideways,
Yeah.
and you get to do their strongest one.
But just a nice, fine elven wine.
Yes. It'll be a nice, fine, strong, elven one.
I'm not drinking this blood clot, and I set it over my
Oh, the blood meteorite? That's actually one of the better ones. There's Gilliam's Ale. That's not too shabby either.
Oh, yeah, Gilliam's Ale's okay.
I'm not drinking the blood clot. I'll take just a nice elven wine, please.
Very well. So, Barkeep, yeah, you would happen to have black thistle with you?
Fuck you.
Sure do.
It's a drink that showed up in another show, another campaign.
So, what year? I got some that was brewed 5 years ago and some that was brewed 50.
Oh, 13. Do I know what black thistle is?
Yeah, you had one at the other bar.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
It wasn't the Fuzzy Pickle, it was the other bar.
Yeah.
Valorian's bar.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I liked that one.
Yeah.
Then you
Yeah.
had the sideways.
Yeah. It was the. See, I don't remember that. Drunk.
She was drunk.
So,
and out of game.
I was gonna say I think Angie was drunk that day.
so you get 2 sideways brought over for Dane, and 2 black thistles. Up. Now comes the fun.
All you said was 2 drinks, dang.
I didn't say how you earned them.
Play your games. What do you want?
Well, we're gonna play a game of darts.
Darts.
Yeah.
What?
Have you ever played before?
Can I use my hand axe?
I said darts, young man, not axes. Axes is in the other room.
Okay, I go to the other room.
I've played similar games.
I'm following him so he doesn't break anything.
Okay.
Not really.
For throwing darts.
Not really
This is
games.
good. This is a good thing.
Give me another tally.
I'm just gonna keep an eye on you.
I have hand axes. I'm gonna go with them too.
All right.
I wouldn't say a game,
kick.
but
What I do? Oh, it's for you.
I have experience with darts.
What did I do to you?
No, it's not.
Oh.
It's
Shall we
not
play?
that kind of thing.
Oh,
Sure.
I have no idea.
All right.
Don't know.
So,
I know what it is. but-
Yeah, I'm
in
sure I do
order
too.
for you to win this game, you have to tell me 2 things about yourself. Shoot the dart. First one hit a bullseye. Has to say something else.
Third thing.
Yes.
These have to be truths.
That makes it a lot more difficult.
Mm-hmm.
Tell you what. It'll be what you think somebody should do.
Okay. You're first. It's your game.
Oh, no. Ladies.
So chivalrous.
Oh, no. Dude. So, way we're going to play this, you're going to roll a d20.
Uh-huh.
A 1 is a miss.
Uh-huh.
A 20 is a bullseye.
Okay. Been rolling those. Let's see.
All right. So, you first.
So I say 2 things and then I throw.
Now you throw,
And then.
then 2 things, and then whatever number you land on is the times that you take a drink out of your cup.
Okay. Do I get to
No
No add-ons.
No add-ons.
Okay.
Great rolls.
Okay, well, I just want to say I am proficient in darts
Mm-hmm.
and I've trained with them.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, that was almost a bullseye.
Damn, this game would have been over so fast. 8.
Oh,
And now I say something about myself.
yes.
2 things?
2
Or is it-
things.
Yeah.
Well, I'm 32. And my favorite color is green.
Interesting. Take your drinks. So close. 19. So, I have been in a war, and I have many regrets. And he starts taking his drinks.
2. It's almost a miss. Hold on. I was born and raised in Koresh. Well, on Koresh, yes, in Eastern. And my grandfather's an asshole.
You know, if I keep on hitting that number, I'm going to be messed up rather quickly. Another 19.
That's unfortunate for you.
So, I have lived in Draconis for roughly, more like 35 years.
And?
I have loved only 2 women in my life, and both of them have been very, very beautiful.
Drink. You're gonna need
Halfway
more.
done with this one.
Yeah. 9. In Deep Gnome, I'm gonna say I can speak Deep Gnome. And then I'll go back to Common. And I miss my mother greatly.
Oh, really? Off by 1 again.
You're gonna need more drinks, Dan.
Somebody is. But before I do that, I have 2 things that I need to say. I'm going to miss my son. And the person who sent those swine on us is going to bleed.
Drink.
And he takes his drink.
See, it's so small. The 9. I've been rolling all of them.
And none of them work.
Can't do 20s anymore.
I'll do this one then.
Getting the metal
Oh, he's pulling out the metal dice. She's gonna find hers.
It was a 9.
All right.
Or this, the little one. I lived a very sheltered life growing up. And I concur that whoever sent those people after can spill a little bit of their own blood.
Oh. You broke the rules, my dear. Something about you. Not me.
It is something about me. And I start drinking.
Interesting. And 20.
Does that mean we're done?
That's what you wish. But
I owe you one more statement, correct?
no,
No?
you owe me nothing.
Well, you hit the bullseye.
That's true. My rules, my game. So, in Deep Gnome, you hear him say, "Your grandfather will die."
I'm glad we agree.
And yes, I do know you, my little dragonfly. And that is where we'll end tonight's game.
Listen, yeah, when you're throwing your axe, please, it's like throw it like up past the target. You're supposed to hit it on the target.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Have you ever thrown an axe?
With him, you're not in the room.
Yeah, she went with.
I went with.
Yeah.
She has throwing axes.
No, I've
My hand axe.
never thrown an axe. but I'm guessing.
You probably shouldn't tell us what to do then.
Roll it.
Roll it.
Roll it.
20! Oh no! Almost a 1! That would have been the best!
Yeah.
It was really close to being a 1.
All right, everybody. Thank you again for joining our shenanigans. We greatly appreciate it. If you would please hit that like, subscribe, notification bell, and whatever else YouTube needs you to do. I think they're asking for blood samples now. aren't
They are, yes.
That's what I
Yeah.
thought.
You can send it to 1-800-YouTube.com.
So, again, thank you for giving us your time, and we hope that you like what we're putting up.
Bye.